Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jack Farmer, his name is Halston Body, and we are coming to you live from the world-famous Leo P. Turner Hall in Cudahy, California, and have we got a show for you. Halston Body, we are starting tonight with some huge news. We are guaranteed to get a brand new Santino Brothers champion right here tonight.
Slice Boogie out of action with a torn Achilles tendon, but let me tell you what, Superstar Chaos has taken his shot against the one, the only, Cabrera.
Not only that, but we also have a clash of generations as Kid Bandit gets into the ring with this person that he used to idolize as a kid, Matt Vandagriff, later on tonight.
That is going to be huge, and from experience alone, if you're going to be watching that match, make sure to look up, because I know Vandagriff is the type that will climb the rafters to win that match.
And we call this Legends Never Die because legends are getting in the ring. We have Raunchy Rico getting in the ring with Rosas, two former champions themselves. They do battle here tonight.
No love lost amongst friends. They are here to fight, and that's why we're here at Santino Brothers tonight, Jack Farmer.
Tonight, let's kick off this show, ladies and gentlemen. Santino Brothers presents Legends Never Die.
Cudahy, California, make some noise! Welcome to Santino Brothers presents Legends Never Die! Now, as you guys may remember at the LA Rumble, Slice Boogie came away with the Santino Brothers Heavyweight Championship. Unfortunately, Slice Boogie has since suffered an injury that's going to keep him out of action for an undisclosed amount of time. However, that means that tonight, we are guaranteed to crown a new Santino Brothers Heavyweight Champion as Cabrera takes on the winner of the LA Rumble, the Rock superstar, Joey Kaos. That's right, that's not all. We've also got a returning Matt Vandagriff here. The Gravity Renegade, Lucas Riley. The pro wrestling protagonist, Kid Bandit. And so much more, but you guys didn't come here to watch me talk, right? No, you guys came here for some wrestling, am I right? You guys ready for your first match? Then let's bring out our first match.
Are you ready, Jack Farmer?
I have been waiting for this all month. The temperatures here in California.
Wait, here it comes. Hot start. I can feel it already. The energy is up, and it is gonna be my friend. I can hear the music. My friend is here. You know who my friend is, right?
I'm scared to...
There he is, Cam Gates, baby!
Just like he takes his time to defend his title, taking his time to get out to the ring here to kick things off. I've been waiting all month for this show. The temperatures have been high, and so have the expectations after a huge LA Rumble.
That was a huge LA Rumble indeed, and Cam Gates, look at that jewelry he's wearing around his waist. He is still your Santino Brothers Inner City Champion. I'm gonna start calling it the official Cam Gates Inner City Championship.
Who wears a jacket in this weather?
Somebody who's fashionable.
Cut it.
Quiet down, he's talking.
If you could just give me 1 second.
There it is.
Right now, Rob Shit, Big Dick Haas, and Cameron Gates are in the ring, which can only mean one thing. Legends Never Die is now the Cam Gates Show.
Yes. That's what these people paid for this.
This is about more than him.
And Cameron Gates is here to remind everybody just who the true champion is. Because at the LA Rumble, I put an end to that inner city wannabe Lucas Riley, and I defended my inner city championship like I always do.
Amen.
by taking short.
And boys, you too. You guys were excellent. The night was excellent. In fact, it was almost perfect. Almost perfect. Me and Haas, we were in that LA Rumble. We were throwing people out left and right. Hey, shut up, I'm talking over here.
Yeah, show some respect, people. You're champion speaking.
Me and Haas were in that LA Rumble. We were throwing people out left and right. Rob Shit was doing his thing. It was almost perfect until it wasn't anymore because it was ruined by Doomfly. Being thrown out of that Rumble by Doomfly was, without a doubt, one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. But you know what? I know that that will never happen again because I have you two. I have faith in you two. You two are the best protection that money can buy. You two, you guys are my keepers. You guys are Cam's gatekeepers.
Yeah, I love it.
All right? And the three of us are CGK.
CGK.
Get used to it. Write it down. Take some notes.
And tonight, Rob Shit is gonna bring home the first W under the CGK name. That's right, baby.
These guys are nothing but hired thugs.
Hey, they're taking care of business, and that's all that needs to be done around here.
That's what this all comes down to. Just a couple of hired thugs by Cam Gates because he can't get the job done on his own.
That's rude, and I'm going to tell him again, you're not getting into the after party tonight when he wins. And I say it when, because I'm Team Cam Gates all the way, baby.
Well, speaking of teams, a team that a lot of people are jumping on these days is for this man, Alec Tomas, someone who has been putting in the grit and the heart and the determination in all of his fights over the past few months here at Santino Brothers, looking to get some positive momentum here tonight.
That's all he can be here with, because at this point, Alec Tomas is just a footnote. He's a stepping stone. He's somebody that just gets another W for somebody right now, because as much as he's been a tough competitor, there's no belt around his waist. There's no championship opportunity for him.
Well, a win here tonight may change that. We'll have to see.
Wait a minute. I thought this was a one-on-one. Who's coming out now? Oh, wait a minute.
Here at Legends Never Die, we don't start things off with a one-on-one. That's just so typical. It's Santino Brothers, baby. We're going to kick this off with a four-way dance as Alonso Alvarez makes his way to the ring. One of the best technical wrestlers you're going to see here in Santino Brothers.
Oh, he is making the big mistake, making eye contact with the star of the show, the Cam Gates show. Not a good thing. I know Alonso's a very angry human being, but you can't be starting off that match making direct eye contact with Mr. Gates.
A wise man once said, "The geek shall inherit the earth."
Oh,
wait,
boy.
that was me!
Oh, no.
And as the music kicks off, that's who you think it is. It's Darwin Finch, the punk rock Poindexter, making his way to the ring. Someone who is a huge fan favorite here at Santino Brothers. You can hear the people jumping up to their feet as he goes out and greets each of them one-on-one. How can you not like the punk rock Poindexter, Darwin Finch?
Oh, please. Listen, this isn't a science fair. This is a wrestling match. And smart move, Darwin Finch. Use your brain. Get away from the champion. Don't come near him. Don't breathe his space. Oh, boy.
Darwin Finch is a wrestler that has never lost sight of what's important, and that's the fans going and making sure to thank each and every one of them as he gets into the ring. Darwin Finch, how do you not smile when you see this guy?
Well, the Void didn't smile when they saw him because they totally annihilated him at the LA Rumble, and maybe that's a little edge that Darwin Finch has to join this merry bunch.
One fall. Introducing competitor number one, from steel bars and train yards, all the way from Skid Row, weighing in at 210 pounds, the Infection, Rob Shit!
Listen, I got my booster shot. I'm all about Rob Shit. Come on. Yes.
I don't care how many booster shots you have. I don't think it's enough.
Listen.
Introducing competitor number 2. From Glendora, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is the handsome one, Alec Tomas!
That seems like someone you would have managed in your managerial career, Alec Tomas. Seems right up your alley.
Introducing competitor number 3, from the wrestling mat, weighing in at 175 pounds, the king of takedowns, Alonzo Alvarez!
See, there's somebody I did manage, and he's got the fire and the fever and the anger that I need.
And introducing the 4th and final competitor, from the Galapagos Islands, weighing in at 839,145.885 decigrams, he is the punk rock Poindexter, Darwin Finch!
Darwin Finch, you really hear the crowd getting behind Darwin Finch here. They seem to already have a favorite in this one.
Listen, the crowd doesn't win matches, the wrestlers win matches. So Darwin Finch can be all like, I'm friends with the fans, but when he's getting his ass beaten in that ring, fans are going to be helping him. They're not going to help him.
Getting into a shoving contest. It looks like the competitors here are fighting over who gets to push around Darwin Finch before it all boils over, and now the fighting happens quick.
What a cheap shot by Alec Tomas, taking advantage of Rob Shit not looking, but I can't blame him, because if Rob Shit's not looking at you, you gotta look. You gotta take your advantage where you can. Oh my God!
Darwin and Rob go over the top rope, and Alonzo tries to take advantage, but Darwin's there, rolls over the top, off the ropes, and goes over the top rope himself. Shades of the LA Rumble here early on.
I swear to God, what is going on here? It's chaos already. You can't blink.
And these guys, they are kicking the action off fast. Santino brothers, we don't like to wait. We want to get this thing going.
Right.
And these guys are doing exactly that.
No slow boil here. This thing is already on fire, and Rob Shit is lighting up Darwin Finch in that corner. I mean, I have to say it, Team Cam Gates, I'm a fan. Rob Shit is my pick.
Well, Rob is someone who, frankly, could do well in a match like this. Well, maybe not right now, but Rob is used to being in barroom brawls and prison riots. This is the exact kind of menacing situation he would do great in.
And as we saw this week, he can clearly hold his tequila way more than you'd ever expect. Him and Haas were tossing him back left and right, and boy, oh boy.
Look at the face of Alonzo Alvarez as he throws up a big suplex. Get a quick exchange there as both men caught off guard a little bit, I think, but Alec Tomas gets the better of it, hits an enziguri, and is now back in charge himself, firing up and trying to get the fans behind him before hitting a huge boot in the corner. Is he going to make it 3 for 3?
This is almost like a pool table for him, where he's just lining up balls and just hitting them in the corners like that. Oh my gosh, look out!
Tomas takes to the air and takes out both men. He goes for a pin. And Alonzo there to break it up and going back right into Alonzo's wheelhouse, hitting that German suplex. No one seems to be able to get the upper hand here, as it just feels like nothing but offense. And Alonzo now throwing Darwin.
Right, they're all getting a piece of each other right now, but what you're missing, and this is why I'm a prism of excellence, is you have Cam Gates and Haas standing on the sidelines. There's a clear advantage that I'm looking at right there.
And that's the problem with this whole Cam Gates group. Oh my goodness, did Alonzo Alvarez didn't hit just one, didn't hit two, but hit 3 German suplexes all at the same time.
That is strength, that is determination, that is power, baby.
As Alonzo goes for the pin here. Now I gotta wonder if maybe pinning Rob first, the one that took the brunt of it, got another pin here. Oh, but Rob was in the ropes. Alonso not to be deterred, going for a pin again, and we get another foot on the ropes. That's the risk of doing those big kind of suplexes. It's hard to keep guys in the middle of the ring.
It almost makes me want to jump onto my chair and help manage Alonso, because at this point, he's not using the ring awareness that he should be. He's got to get those people away from the ropes. He's got to make a solid pin on one of these guys.
With Rob with the double finger salute to Alonso before hitting Alec Tomas. And you know, you see matches like this and you'll see alliances form and fall apart and reform. Not in this one. This has just been every man for himself the whole way through so far.
And as it should be, because we've seen how that has fallen apart. I've seen too many screw jobs happening in the middle of the ring. You shake hands on it, you're like, yeah, but only one person can win this match.
Speaking of winning, I actually spoke to Alec Tomas earlier today, and he said that if he doesn't win, he might have to go back to the drawing board. He's been putting up gutsy fights week in and week out, match in, match out, but always seems to come up short. And if he comes up short today, he says that maybe he needs to start rethinking things. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out for him.
And I hate to agree with you. I feel like Alec Tomas may need to look in the mirror and see how handsome is he, really. Let's be honest. He needed a style change, in my opinion.
Well, normally I discredit most of your feedback, but that's a situation where you know what you're talking about, so I'll give it to you.
How dare you?
I can't question the fashion of the Prism of Excellence.
Never. Alonso Alvarez, though, setting himself up. What is about to happen here? Finch! Oh, good God!
A sling blade DDT combo? Can you call it that? But what's Haas doing on the outside? What's going on with Haas? We got a pin!
Right? He's being smart. He's guiding his friend. He's watching the playing field. He's like a coach on the sidelines right now.
Halston Body, I thought after the LA Rumble, the madness was going to slow down a little bit, but these guys are just keeping it going.
There's one thing I know about Santino Brothers, the madness, the craziness, the wildness. You can't blink. Again, this is why we want people at these shows, because this is unbelievable wrestling, and you never know what's going to happen.
Rob dropping down, Darwin on his head with the S-head buster, trying to keep PG. We got a pin, but Tomas was here. Tomas was there to break up the pin. Otherwise, that could have been it. I think Darwin Finch, you can still see him trying to recover from that brainbuster move. Tomas looks like he's looking to finish it with a move of his own.
What is he trying to do? The double underhook suplex, and now, he turns it around.
We get Rob off the ropes. And again, over the top rope. Rob thinks that he got rid of the problem, but Alec Tomas, not just yet.
Loving that, taking out that arm. That didn't feel good from here. I can just see it. His face is in pain. That's not a handsome face.
It looks like Darwin has a theory on how he can get the win here, but I think that just brawl with everybody attitude that Rob brings to the ring is something that might be giving him this edge here tonight, but I don't know, maybe there's a science-based way to win this. We got like a cradle brainbuster there, goes for the pin, but before we even get the first count, Alonso breaking it up.
Listen, my eyes are wide open right now. I had all feelings that Rob Shit was just going to take this, knock it out of the park. He's got friends on the sideline. Right now, I honestly cannot predict it's a four-way dance for real. There is no clear winner. There is no clear advantage being taken right now.
Go for that Tiger Powerbomb. That big move. We've seen Alec Tomas win with that before, but I think the damage done to his arm from Rob earlier in the match has slowed him down, but he's firing up, calling to the people again, climbing to the top rope, and what does he have in mind? And Rob is in a dangerous spot, but Rob sees it coming, drives that knee, and he doubled Alec over.
With the weak arm, too. Smart move on Rob Shit's part. He's tearing those ligaments right out of that arm.
And that arm you saw worked over. But
what? That was it? He got him.
Here is your winner, Rob Shit.
Cam Gates' team is up.
Rob with a huge win. You're right. Cam Gates' team, a strong start, but Darwin Finch ever so close again. Not getting there in time. Alec Tomas tapping out to Rob here.
Rob saw the advantage. That arm was already weakened from earlier. Handsome Alec Tomas not being smart, protecting the arm.
What's this going on? Rob standing on the throat of Darwin.
Yes. Punish him. Torture him. What is this now?
Are we gonna get a round 2? Darwin, he's not done fighting.
Bad idea,
Darwin's
Darwin.
not done fighting, and he might have bit off more than he can chew, and that's when Haas is in the ring. I think that's always the case. But
Look, how is he fending these guys? Oh, they don't want any of this. They don't want this. They've got other things to be worried about than just that nerd Darwin Finch. They don't want to even bother with him. That's how smart they are. Cam, I'm gonna see you at the after party, baby.
well, you got to give it to Rob. Rob did get the win in a very tough opening contest here at Legends Never Die, and it looks like we have our correspondent Marty Quinn in the ring to chat with Darwin.
I'm here with Darwin Finch. Darwin, you have been wrestling for nearly a decade now, and you are beloved by fans throughout Southern California. You've had a long, prestigious career. Like I said, you're loved by all. You went away for a while, but since your comeback, you can't seem to pick up a win no matter how hard you try. Not only that, you've been targeted by groups like The Void. People seem to be picking on you specifically. I've even heard rumors that you were thinking of retiring. Darwin, what's going on with you right now with this low period in your career?
I mean, it's no excuse. I mean, sorry, my brain's a little rattled up from that little melee right here, but it's no surprise that I've been bullied and beat down my entire life, and professional wrestling and Santino brothers have made me tough, have given me the fighting spirit, and given me the courage to stand up against bullies. But, thank you. But even in this business that I love, it's filled with bullies. And I can take it. But there's a time when a lot of things accumulate. You start hearing speculation, you start losing opportunities, you start getting snubbed. You overhear your peers calling you pathetic, saying that you shouldn't be a part of this business anymore.
I don't know what he's saying.
Wait, what is it? Darwin, he's pouring his heart out. What is this? Darwin Finch talking about how things can get tough for you, but he found strength at Santino brothers.
Oh boy, here we go.
You can hear the crowd scream, the ladies love. They go crazy when he stares and put his dynamite in front of them.
What do these guys want?
Hear them go, wow.
They definitely want to interrupt Darwin Finch for sure. They've heard enough of him.
Dynamite.
Frankie Silva.
I mean, can Darwin Finch catch a break? Whether it's Boyd or Cam Gates and his cronies, or now these guys.
Hey. You know what? He's right. He is pathetic. Talk about bullies. Talk about people that run this town. Big Zaddy, Latino me, Che Cabrera tonight will win, and he will walk out the new Santino Brothers heavyweight champion, baby. And you, Darwin, you're gonna go back home, eat some top ramen, do whatever you do, and look pathetic in the mirror because you don't belong in this ring with us or anybody else.
I like top ramen. That's good stuff.
You see, Darwin, when I look at you, I look at a pathetic excuse for a human being. You see, I look at you and you wear glasses and you look pathetic. And you are not worthy to breathe the same air that I breathe. Because you know what? You're right. We are bullies. And we're the biggest bullies here. And as far as I'm concerned, you can get the hell out of this ring in our business.
Now this is just uncalled for. This is just unfair.
Oh, a bad mistake on Darwin. See, he should know better. 3-on-1. What an idiot.
What a talk about bullies. Darwin Finch trying to defend himself, and can the bullies fight one-on-one? No, they always need a
You want
friend
to punch
here.
me, huh? You want to punch me? You know what?
And who is Damian Arsenic to be talking? He doesn't get in the ring. The fans
Tuck
clearly
your
don't
tail
like
in
him.
between your legs and go on home, boy. And as far as tonight goes, you guys are looking at the next Santino Brothers heavyweight champion.
Just a bunch of jerks.
Don't let them hear you say that, because they'll come over here.
Hey, shut up!
See?
Shut up already! I have something to say. They gave me a live microphone. It was a big mistake.
Well, he took the mic.
Ray Rosas, you come here and you cry. You lost your title. Big deal. Boo-hoo. Cry me a river, Justin Timberlake. Chair will be the new champion, but as far as you, Raymond, tonight, you're gonna go up against the baddest of the bad. The worst of the worst. You think Tito's bad? You think Chair's bad? You're going up against the baddest mother. You know what? I can't cuss, there's a lot of kids here. But tonight, Ray, you're gonna be standing up with these lights, knowing that you got your ass kicked by Raunchy Rico, baby.
A message sent all across the locker room here as they take out Darwin.
Now, to your path to eternal glory. This is your first test against Lucas Riley at Legends Never Die, September 10th, the year of our Lord 2022. Are you willing to fully submerge yourself?
I'll accept.
Good. Artorias. Now, my dear summoner, drink deep and you will see his light. It's where I come from. More power from. Don't fight it, otherwise it'll kill you. No.
The show must go on, and we move on to a match that I have been both dreading and looking forward to. It's a match I think is going to be a real highlight of the night, but it also involves a group of people that just send shivers down my spine.
Hopefully their presence can bring the temperatures down in this arena just a couple notches, because boy...
Well, we just saw the video package focusing on them and what they've been doing, and anyone who's been following the Santino brothers know just how much of a darkness they have brought to the company-wide. They've been on a recruiting spree. As Auntie Heidi comes through the curtain carrying what looks like the prone body of charming Biagio.
What is happening? What is going on? Is she like creating a spell?
Auntie Heidi.
What? Oh my goodness.
Like lightning brought life to the monster of Frankenstein, it seems that Auntie Heidi has brought life to charming Biagio as he makes his way to the ring.
Was that just a live resurrection? Did we just watch history? That was a live resurrection. What was that? It scares me a little bit.
The happenings of the void are the kinds of things that in daylight you would never believe are real, but when it gets dark and it gets late at night, you can't help but wonder just how dangerous it truly is.
They are agents of chaos. They were effective where they needed to be in the LA Rumble. They are making their presence known at every show, whether for good or for bad. You cannot keep up with the void and what their next moves are.
Now this is someone that I would buy a ticket to see anytime he performs. Lights up the sky with his aerial maneuvers, and let me tell you, this guy is going to set this place on fire when he makes his entrance. Halston Body, he is the former Inner City champion, Lucas Riley. And you can hear the fans in attendance. He's someone that many of them came to see here tonight.
Well, they came to see him. They paid for a loser because he has still been reeling and not... Wait a minute, what? Hold on.
Lucas Riley, not just dangerous in the ring, but dangerous in the mental game. He did not come alone. He knows that the void always travel in numbers, so he brought some backup. And if there's anyone you could bring for backup, Ruby Reyes has to be a top pick.
I hate to give him credit, but that is a smart move, especially when you have the likes of Auntie Heidi on the outside. Unpredictable, to say the least. So, I mean, again, I have to be applause, small golf clap for Lucas Riley for using his brain and bringing a friend along to the fight.
Is there anyone that can be more hazardous on the outside than someone like Ruby Reyes?
I've been knocked out by Ruby Reyes. I can say no. Or yes.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the corner to my left, being accompanied to the ring by Auntie Heidi from Watkins Portal, weighing in at 185 pounds, charming Biagio C. And introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Ruby Reyes from Pico Rivera, California, weighing in at 170 pounds. He is the Gravity Renegade, Lucas Riley.
What does Lucas Riley stand to prove in this match? He has been dejected. He's been defeated. Cam Gates has had his number for the last couple of shows here. So, I mean, the only thing I can say, because I speak from my heart, this feels like a step down for Lucas Riley.
Lucas Riley is trying to get back on track. You make a good point. He did lose the Inner City Championship. He did lose the rubber match with Cam Gates. And unfortunately, the nature of the business, when you take a hard loss, you got to start trying to find a way to claw your way back to the top. And I have to imagine a win over someone like Charming is going to be a very, very big thing in the eyes of the people who put together the matches.
And in all fairness for Lucas Riley, it may shut up the void. They may crawl back into the hole or the void or whatever darkest place they go, because they just got their ass handed to them by Lucas Riley. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, there is a lot of time between that happening and where we're at right now. A lot of match to be had as our head referee Scarlett Donovan tries to break him up in the corner here. Now,
she definitely has to be on her toes, especially with Auntie Heidi and Charming. Their wicked ways. I know how they operate, so she's got to keep eyes in the back of her head.
Biagio seeing what it's like now on the outside as he rolls to the outside where he usually has safety, but here tonight with Ruby Reyes on the outside had to roll and dive for cover and safety.
It's the only way to play it right now. He's playing smart. He's got to get his druthers, make sure he's on point, because Lucas Riley, much like a pinball, he'll just bounce all over the place and you won't know where to catch up to him.
Now, usually he has the numbers advantage in Biagio. Now they're even numbers. Do you think that this changes his game plan? Have you ever managed someone where you had a surprise extra person on the outside show up?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, you've got to stay focused on the match. You've got to stay focused on your opponent and on the win. The minute you start worrying about everybody else, the audience, anybody, you're not staying focused on the match. You've got to keep your laser focus on what the task at hand is.
Well, the task at hand right now seems to be Biagio trying to ground Lucas Riley, which has to be considered a smart move when you think about the aerial offense of someone like a Lucas Riley.
Absolutely, 1,000%. I mean, how you got to clip a bird's wings, and that's how you got to keep him down on the ground, and that's the only way to do it. And let me say this: Charming Crezenzo, if he gets this win, that is a notch on the wrestling bedpost to say, I've beaten the Gravity Renegade, I've beaten Lucas Riley. He could be on the path to being the next contender for the Intercity Championship.
I mean, you have to consider these two as potential contenders. Obviously, nothing is official here tonight, but both of them have been having very incredible matches, and again, you can see just how tough both men are. As now it looks like Riley is trying to slow down Biagio and show that, hey, maybe Riley may be a high flyer, but he can also do it on the mat as well.
Don't be surprised by Charming, though. He can absolutely fly with the best of them. If he needs to turn up the lucha moves and do a few backflips and a split off that top rope, he can pull it off. I know he has it in him.
Oh, as we get a stomp here. Oh, Biagio sees it coming. Little catch-as-catch-can, goes for a pin, rolls through, doesn't get there. Oh, as they try to catch each other, it looks like there's a little confusion on where they're supposed to be going, but whenever there's confusion, throw a big European uppercut and you'll find your way home.
Give credit where credit is due. Charming's been studying the tapes of Lucas Riley. He knows those moves. He's seen those before. That's why he was ducking and jiving, trying to get out of the way of those kicks, because he knows where they're coming from.
Well, I think it's a smart move on Biagio's part, too. He's moving in ways that maybe, I was going to say Riley hasn't seen, but Riley seems to have seen it.
Oh, big whiff.
We're seeing...
Oh, wait a minute. 1 for 1 on that.
I can't believe we're watching Lucas Riley and Charming Biagio, and it's the defense that's standing out right now.
Right, they always say that in NFL games, right? They talk about that, where defense sometimes wins the whole thing. That's all it takes.
That's maybe what it is, but that's thrown out the window. As now they're throwing punches at each other, but it's the duck and go behind by Lucas Riley. Off the ropes, rolls through, up and ducks the backhand. We go for that Hurricane Run, and it sends Biagio flying, and now Lucas Riley is starting to get the momentum he's been looking for from the beginning of this matchup.
Oh, right to the noggin. This could be it.
We go for the pin.
Let me tell you what, that is, once you get Lucas Riley going, it's like putting a super ball in a small box. It's just going to bounce around, and you never know what angle it's going to fly and hit you from. And Charming is making, once again, not paying attention, going after Ruby Reyes.
Well, we see just how valuable Ruby Reyes is on the outside already, as Charming Biagio tries to get out of the ring to try to get some rest, but gets thrown, theoretically thrown right back in, and Lucas Riley is able to continue that offense and continue that momentum.
Ruby Reyes playing the one-person lumberjack match, as she is just out there intimidating Charming.
But speaking of lumberjacks, we've got Auntie Heidi on the outside saving Charming from what would be disaster, and this is where the Void is most dangerous, when they're able to work together.
Oh, bombs away, look out!
Oh, hard landing on the outside by Lucas Riley. He doesn't want to wait for them to strategize. He's going to take the fight right to the Void, right in the face of Auntie Heidi. I hope Auntie Heidi has some more revival tricks up her sleeve after the offense of Lucas Riley. And we've got a dive to the outside from Charming, and he has leveled Lucas Riley. Lucas Riley, is he getting out high flown here tonight?
Lucas Riley took his eyes off the ball for just 2 seconds, giving looks next to Heidi on the outside, and that's all Charming Crezenzo had to get. Just saw the opening and took it. It's like a running back just running through the hole. Bam.
I don't try. Scarlett's checking on Charming. I don't like what's happening on the outside, and Heidi getting involved. And this is the Void doing what they always do, always trying to take a shortcut, but the hands just goozling Lucas Riley's throat. And Lucas Riley, we know how much cardio you need to have offense like Lucas Riley has, and to be choked out and to not be able to breathe is going to set him very far back in this matchup.
Auntie Heidi has baseball mitts for hands, like choking the entire neck, not just one of those little pinchy
Oh, we got a
chokes.
pin. This could be it.
Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. Hey.
If not for being close to the ropes, that could have been it. That could have been it. Is now a blatant choke by Biagio, and you know you
got to get ahead somehow. That's how you do it, baby.
You don't want to endorse cheating, but you think about the teamwork between the two. Both of them going after the throat of Lucas Riley, but Lucas fighting back. Lucas trying to get some momentum going, cut off by Charming. Now Charming, I spoke to him backstage, and it was a very creepy conversation. We got a pin here. It was a very creepy conversation, but he said that he wants to take the energy from Lucas Riley. I think he looks at Lucas Riley and his high energy offense is almost like an Energizer battery. He wants to drain him, and by beating him, he'll be able to take that energy from him. Now, I don't know what the Void means by that, but it gives me the willies.
Well, it should, because he's being very calculating. He's smart. He knows that he has to knock somebody off of that mountain, and his name is Lucas Riley. It doesn't matter. It could be anybody, really. It could be Darwin, Finch. It could be Lucas Riley. It could be Dom Kubrick. Ugh, I said his name. Listen, Charming and the Void are focused. They're dedicated. They're trying to get ahead in this game. And look at this. He's trying to put him in the submission. Wait a minute.
Crossface. This is a very dangerous maneuver. He is torquing, and Lucas Riley is very far away from the ropes.
That is a chiropractic move that you don't want. That'll crack your back, but not for the right reasons.
But Lucas able to get his feet up to the front to take some of the pressure off, rolls over to a pin. Lucas eats a boot, and he just cannot seem to recover. Cannot seem to recover from those dual chokes he received earlier on.
Serving up filet of soul right to his face. I'm loving it.
And now just kind of picking at the bones of Lucas Riley here is, like I said, Charming, he doesn't just want to win. He wants to win, but he wants to steal this energy from Lucas Riley. He wants to drain him of everything, and that seems to be what we've been seeing from the choking, from the submission moves, just draining the life force of Lucas Riley.
And again, you're right. You said it correctly. He's picking the bones. Lucas Riley has lost big, has egg on his face from Cam Gates, and now if he takes up a loss from Charming, I mean, how do you even recover from that? And how do you recover from that?
That's got to be it. We got to get a pin here. That was a pin. I don't know how Lucas Riley kicked out of that. A top rope guillotine leg drop by being hung off the top rope. Where do you see that kind of stuff? Who kicks out of stuff like that? I'll tell you who kicks out of stuff like that. Lucas Riley, but he may be regretting staying in this one as Biagio goes back to work.
After this beatdown and after all the submission, does he have an extra lung? Does he have extra neck muscles? How did he listen, I can't deal with how Lucas Riley just comes back like that. It's almost not human.
Lucas Riley is someone who cannot afford to take a loss here tonight. He knows that after losing that title shot against Cam Gates at the last show, he knows that he needs to get a win to stay on that championship track. But of course, Charming, in the same boat, has been on a bit of a win streak himself, beating people like Delilah Doom, Alec Tomas, El Primo Henyo. Lots of wins lined up from him as well. Both these guys, as we talked about at the top, could be making an argument, could be setting up a resume to get a title shot in the near future.
Right. It doesn't. I mean, the booking committee is watching closely every match, every move, everything that's happening. Anything is possible, and look at that. Anything is possible for Charming Crezenzo to get up off of that falling down from the kick, and he just bounced right back up.
He bounced right back up. You know, he talked about stealing the force from Lucas Riley, but maybe there's something to it. It feels like Charming has more energy than he did when he started the match. With a giant top rope superplex, and we get a pin. Charming still with more energy, able to keep on going. Where is he getting this?
He's stealing the energy from Lucas Riley. That's what he's doing. He's like an energy vampire. He's pulling it out from him.
That's it.
It's got to be it. What? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Halston body. Charming is stealing energy from Lucas Riley, but the difference is Lucas Riley is taking the energy from the people of Santino Brothers. They are giving him this constant energy, this constant will to fight as they cheer on their hero against the Void.
Listen, Ruby Reyes is wearing a headband for a reason. She's sweating. She's worried about Lucas Riley. I can see it on her face. She's concerned because Charming is taking that energy. He's taking the I won't even say it. He's taking the out of Lucas Riley, because look at him. He's becoming a wet noodle in there. Losing all the energy in his muscles.
You know, when you hear something like stealing energy, it definitely feels like something that's poppycock. But as you watch this match go, as Lucas Riley seems more and more drained and Charming Biagio seems more and more strong. But it's that quickness, that blink and you'll miss it speed that was able to turn things around with an insecurity, and both men are down now on the mat.
They have been taking each other to task. It is showing on their bodies. It is showing on their faces. This is a fight. And this is what Santino Brothers brings you every month. This is why we thank you for watching here on YouTube. If you're watching live, if you're watching it at home, this is why you need to be at these shows. This is the type of fight we bring to the table.
Lucas Riley firing up again, hits a big clothesline, and now Lucas Riley with all the energy of the people, bringing it to Charming, bringing him down with 3 big clotheslines, and he is fired up.
Where is he getting this from? Where are the reserves in that skinny body of his? I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's like a winged glider. He doesn't need an engine. He just glides right on up, and he's taking it out of Charming Crezenzo right now.
Hip toss into a neck breaker, back up, brain buster, goes for the pin in a dangerous combo. And Charming, if he had any energy left, he used it for that kick out.
If he had more energy, he wouldn't be arguing right now with referee Scarlett Donovan. He'd be getting on the top rope. He'd be doing something to try and finish this, but he is wasting time.
Wasting time, or maybe trying to catch a breather, whichever it is, we'll have to see if it pays off, because
this is my managerial expertise. Listen, I'm telling you, he needs to speed this up. Ooh.
Big chop, fast or not, that chop you can hear echoing out throughout this building. And it seems like Lucas Riley now wanting to keep things moving fast. This is what he's known for, even in these late periods. But Charming, again, we talked about studying that tape earlier. It seems like he did as he goes to try to do a sunset flip, it looks like. Wasn't able to get him fully over, but stunned Lucas Riley enough to get him up here as he goes.
Oh, here it goes. This could be it.
He's finished off a lot of people with that tombstone pile driver, and he just spiked him. I don't need to tell you the history of the tombstone pile driver as we get a pin. But he kicked out.
What? You have got to be kidding me.
Halston body, there are Hall of Fame wrestlers that have beaten every superstar on the planet with moves like the tombstone pile driver, but nobody told Lucas Riley.
Auntie Heidi is beside herself. The hat has come off. She is frustrated. I mean, I would be too. I'd be screaming at the referee. That was the slowest count I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was not a slow count. It was just perfect. It was just that Lucas Riley has so much never give up in him, it wasn't enough to put him away.
I will review the tapes with the booking committee on that one, but moving forward, look at this. They are still fighting it out, still throwing punches. Whatever they've got in their reserves, they have got to use it now, because it's 0 hour to try and get that pin.
they continue. Here at Santino Brothers, if the flips don't work, if the submissions don't work, if the slams don't work, just punch them right in the face and see how that does. And that seems to be what both men are starting to rely on here in the fourth quarter of this match. But it's a big suplex with a big knee to the face. We get a pin by Lucas Riley. Is this it?
Whoa, he was touching a weight.
By the length of a fingernail, Charming Biagio was able to get to the rope, but Lucas Riley is looking to finish the job.
What? Whoa. Oh,
it's that huge
God. Wait a minute.
But what's Auntie Heidi doing up on the apron? Get her out of here.
She is protecting her assets.
For Ruby Race, she said she came here for a reason, and that reason was to pick a fight.
Wait a minute. We thought that was going to be a 3-count. Still, the arm was up. Ruby Reyes and Auntie Heidi are going at it on the sideline. It is a brawl. It is a melee.
We've got a fight on the outside that cannot be contained as Lucas Riley and Charming Biagio are still trying to finish this match. Scarlett Donovan trying to keep order here, but since the attacks haven't been done to the competitors, it's not being thrown out yet.
Oh, look out,
Everyone get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh, my goodness. A huge dive over the top rope by Lucas Riley. And as I say at every show, whether you got a front row seat, a middle row seat, a third row seat, you're getting front row action at Santino Brothers.
This is absolute chaos. How are we? What is going to? Oh, Lucas Riley how does he have the energy and the power to do this? Oh!
Lucas Riley, he took to the sky, he took the risk, and it momentarily paid off, but I hate to admit it, the wherewithal of Charming Biagio was able to stop the momentum of Lucas Riley, stopping him up there on the top rope, and now Lucas Riley finds himself in a very dangerous position.
Woo! As dangerous as the fans had it out in the ringside there. Oh my God! What?
With a massive top rope cutter.
Good God!
Riley off the top rope could be it. Cutter 99. We get the pin. 1, 2, 3. Count that man out.
Goodness.
Here is your winner, Lucas Riley.
Holston Body, we've seen the Void use the numbers game to great success every single show, but Lucas Riley showed that if they have friends, he has friends too, and he's got the toughest friend of them all, Ruby Reyes.
I am wiping my brow. That match made me sweat. It was so intense, unbelievable. I have no words. It was anybody's game in this one, and with all the chaos that was happening between Ruby Reyes and Auntie Heidi, I'm at a loss.
As they say, it's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. Lucas Riley was knocked down, lost the Intercity Championship, but tonight Lucas Riley stood tall and got a huge win to get back on track. And you know what, Holston? We're not even halfway through this show. We've got so much big stuff coming up. You know, the show's not even halfway over, and we still have so much stuff coming up. You mentioned it earlier during the match. This is why you need to follow Santino Brothers on social media and be here live at our shows as we have them here. Our next big show is coming up in October. It's going to be on October 22nd. It's the Night of the Human Death Match. You can't miss it.
Oh my gosh, people are going to bleed? Is that what's going to happen?
I would imagine so I hope you've got all your shots.
Listen, I'm going to have to go get more, I feel like. Good God. I'm a little frightened. But look at Charming Crezenzo still walking tall, leaving the arena right now. I mean, what a fight put up by both competitors. You got to give credit where credit is due. Lucas Riley has the experience. He has the edge. This is his home base. He's worked hard to get where he's at, and unfortunately, he had to take out somebody like Charming Crezenzo to get to where he needs to be.
Well, iron sharpens iron. Both men will come out better on the other side of all of this. However,
that was a hard-fought victory for Lucas Riley. These two gave us everything they had. And that's the kind of action we have for you here at Legends Never Die, presented by Santino Brothers. You guys ready for your next match? Let's get to it!
Oh boy, Jack Farmer, I am excited for this one. I've been seeing the conversation on social media. I have seen the fervor and the fire start to boil. The lava's getting hot on this one. This is, all of them are going to be the match of the night, but this is the one that I've been stoked for.
Koto Hiro may not be the most respectful person you're going to find here at Santino Brothers, but he is someone that I always say has such a quickness, such a suddenness to everything he does. He brings so much impact to every single move. If you've not seen Koto Hiro yet, prepare to set your eyes on someone who's about to take the wrestling world by storm.
Ooh, I have watched this man grow month by month, day by day, year by year in his abilities, and it is just, again, all momentum in the ways of Koto Hiro. He is a fighting man, and just constantly improving his game, constantly improving his physique, and always looking for a way to better himself. Unfortunately, he has a tall task ahead of him, and his name is Zokre, and that is not an easy challenge.
Well, you mentioned his opponent. He makes his way to the ring. Zokre, a legend himself, someone who has been all over the globe. He's a former NWA World Tag Team Champion. He's a former PWR Tag Team Champion, former EWF Tag Team Champion. He's been all over, been around for a very long time, since the year 2000. He makes his way to the ring now. We said legends on this show, and we meant it.
You can have all the former you want. You can have a million farmers, but the time is now. It is right now in this ring with Koto Hiro. So accolades out the door. You're facing somebody in the present. So keep those accolades to yourself. This is where it's going to be decided, right here and right now.
Well, if the past is any indication of the future, Zokre is going to be a tough opponent for the mountain breaker, Koto Hiro. These two already tensions are high between these two.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the corner to my right, from Shizuoka, Japan, weighing in at 169 pounds, he is the Mountain Breaker, Koto Hiro!
The Mountain Breaker has that name for a reason.
Introducing his opponent in the corner to my left, from Zacatecas, Mexico, weighing in at 171 pounds, Zokre!
Halston, you can hear the fans come alive as Zokre's name is said. They've been a fan of him. He's been a legend around these parts since he debuted over 20 years ago.
Right, but this is a new look. They're not used to him without his former tag team partner, who is no longer with him at this point. Phoenix Star has been side by side, arm in arm with Zokre as part of Los Luchas, and this is an interesting take, an interesting new look for Zokre to be out there by himself, fighting for himself.
Well, Zokre hasn't had a lot of singles matches. He's a tag team specialist, but even though his partner decided to step away, decided to retire, Zokre wanted to keep fighting. He wasn't going to let that stop him, and so here he is back in the ring, but now on his own.
Well, that was, I don't know if that was disrespectful or that's what he deserves, because Koto Hiro isn't going to take that kind of behavior. For even if Zokre is his senior, even if he is somebody he looks up to, he's not going to take that type of disrespect. And that's why I feel like Koto Hiro, in my opinion, I feel Koto Hiro has the biggest chance here, because Zokre is not used to being out there by himself. And as far as I've known, Koto Hiro has always been a singles competitor, and that's where his strengths lie.
Well, I think that pat on the head wasn't just disrespect, it was a message. Zokre actually is a big part of Koto Hiro's training. He helped train Koto Hiro, and I think that was Zokre's message to say, look, you may be doing good, you may be doing big things, but I'm still the master here.
Well, that to be determined. We'll see who's going to walk away from this match, the new master or the old master, just any kind of master, because again, this isn't just for this isn't just for a win. This is all about like taking the steam, taking the notch out of somebody's legacy.
You talk about legacy, that's what Koto Hiro's really been focusing on lately. Instead of just having matches, and instead of even focusing on titles, he wants to find a way to make a name for himself by not just breaking mountains, but by breaking the legends. And when he had the opportunity to get into the ring with Zokre, the person that trained him, even though he taught him everything he knows, he still wants to break him, because Koto Hiro will not be deterred no matter what.
And it's a smart move on Koto Hiro's part. He knows that Zokre is vulnerable without a tag team partner, so he might be, taking advantage of it in the smartest way by getting him early and getting it in often.
Speaking of getting in early and getting in often, if you've ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, make sure to visit SantinoBros.net. We're constantly starting new classes for beginners. We teach everyone about everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Check it out. If it's been a part of something you've thought of as a dream, do yourself a favor. Visit www.SantinoBros.net or find us on social media and see all the incredible things we're doing as we get an armbar here.
Working each other. This is. I almost want to say it's an even matchup, because these are two lucha specialists, and they're going to be able to telegraph a whole lot of each other's moves. It is not going to be, man beast versus the high flyer, or a level of, a ground game versus a higher flyer game. Both of them know how to operate in this ring.
We look at, notice Koto Hiro clawing at the face while he's doing these moves. He's not just trying to apply the move, but he's digging his fingers into the face of Zokre. And I think that it just shows how aggressive Koto Hiro is. He's not just trying to get that move in, but he's trying to just take every little ounce of damage he can do.
I love that. I love that about Koto Hiro. Take advantage where you can. Show him a little disrespect. Dig those nails into that skin. Make him feel like his mask might come off in a show of disrespect and a show of, absolute humility. Like, he's going to humiliate Zokre.
Zokre here doing some flashy moves of his own, looking confident here, almost as if to say to Koto Hiro that I've taught you everything you know, but I have not taught you everything I know.
And that's what I love about Koto Hiro right now. He's getting a little bit taken out of him by Zokre, but he's standing right up. He's not gonna wither and
a little bit of respect.
Being smart about it.
A little bit of respect. Bow. Look, this is what you like to see. I mean, it's competition, it's friendly, it's still good, but
I love it.
This just proves that Koto Hiro is willing to do whatever it takes to win. And when I say that, I don't mean high flying moves, I don't mean high risk, even though he'll do that clearly with that Hurricane Rana, but also he's willing to steep to no level too low to try to take out his mentor, the man that taught him everything. We get a pin. We get another pin. Not enough, we get a third pin.
Listen, when Zokre goes high, Koto Hiro knows to be smart and go low. Why not, right?
Zokre asking for some time to slow down. This seems to be the classic clash of experience versus youth here. Zokre, clearly with the experience edge, you can see the way he's able to take advantage, but of course that youth of Koto Hiro going for a pin here.
Are you saying that Koto Hiro doesn't have experience? I think he has plenty of experience. He wouldn't be taking this challenge against Zokre, trying to knock him off of crush his mountain dreams, take him out as a singles competitor, teach him a few lessons about what it takes to be a singles competitor instead of relying on a partner.
I'm just saying that when you're in the ring with someone like Zokre, very few people are going to have more experience than Zokre. And that's the situation we find ourselves in here. But you see Koto Hiro, as I say, I always said Koto Hiro's not the biggest guy in the fight, but he finds a way to create so much momentum. He has great impact. I always think of him as like the meteor that crashes into Earth and blackens the sky. May not be as big as the Earth, but it hits it so hard, it can absolutely destroy it. That's Koto Hiro in the ring whenever I see him wrestle.
And it makes a huge impact, and that's what Koto Hiro's, that's what he's here to do. He's constantly making an impact. I mean, everybody's here fighting to try and get to the top. They're trying to get to the championship level. They're trying to be recognized as a contender. And if Koto Hiro can take somebody out like a Zokre, he cannot be ignored for, even, I'll say it, sorry Cam Gates, he could be a contender for the Intercity Championship. He could be a contender to take on a possible Superstar Chaos or a Cabrera, whoever wins that belt tonight. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and the only way is up for Koto Hiro.
Well, you know, even this far in his career, Zokre also, his career could move up. Now as he's trying to establish a successful singles career without his partner, a win over Koto Hiro would mean a lot getting that going.
But I wonder how, if Zokre has shaken off the
We got a pin, we got a pin.
Again, I wonder how much Zokre has shaken off the tag team mentality. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if during this match he reaches out thinking that his partner's in the corners. He can, right now is a perfect time. He's probably looking for his partner. He's probably thinking about it. Man, I wish I could tag out right now as he's getting the wind taken out of him.
Zokre crawling up. I think you're right. You could see Zokre grasping at his face there, catching his breath. I think you're right. I think that's when he would have wanted to take a tag and maybe catch his breath, but no partners to tag in now as Koto Hiro fights back and tries to get out of that corner.
Chop City in the corner. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, look at that.
Up, over, sunset flip, roll through, caught, reversal, up, off the ropes, and down, face first. And I think that might be one, a kick to the face might be one that Zokre didn't teach Koto Hiro.
The momentum is shifting. Koto Hiro is lighting it up right now. That water's boiling. I feel like it's gonna overflow pretty soon here.
And pulling Zokre up by his head. But that's where that veteran wherewithal is. We see the legend pointing to his head, showing that he outthought his competitor this time around.
Those fans aren't going to help you, Zokre. You better get back into the ring.
And again, there's that meteoric force that Koto Hiro is able to provide, diving out and through the ropes and into the front row as Zokre goes crashing down.
They almost landed by us. That's how far he knocked him over. My God. Whoever paid for those seats, you might want to ask for a refund because they're constantly getting out of the way for these folks.
Koto Hiro throwing him aside as this is a very smart move, getting Zokre back into the ring where he can take advantage and hopefully get a pin here.
Endless action inside and outside of the ring. Again, this is one of those matches you got to keep your eyes open.
No. What is this?
We're
going to get a
pile driver on the side of the ring.
Oh
my God.
Zokre, I think he was fighting for his life right there, trying to prevent that pile driver.
Oh no, wait a minute, what is this?
And now it's Koto Hiro up, but this is dangerous. They need to get back in the ring.
I'm smelling concussions from here. Oh my God.
And what people don't understand is that outside of the ring, we call it the hardest part because that's where the steel reinforcements are. That's where it's all held together by steel, by metal, and that's driving them down onto it. When you land out there, and that's where we get that cutter right there on the unforgiving steel of the apron of the ring. And
somebody get the medic. That looked unbelievably painful. This is not. Oh no.
And if they were able to do that in the ring, I have to believe Zokre would have won right now. But Hiro through the bottom rope, inside, rolling through, hits a stunner of his own, is immediately getting back up to the top rope with a frog splash coming down. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And how did Zokre kick out at 2? The offense in this match has been absolutely incredible.
And unpredictable, unbelievable. I can't, how are either of these two even on their knees, much less, maybe they'll stand up, but right now, my God, they are beating the the snot out of each other. They're gonna slap the masks right off each other's faces.
Literally slapping the snot out of each other. You can see the sweat and the saliva fly with each hit as we get that spinning blue thunder bomb. And a yell of I'm the master before a kick right to the guff.
Oh, this is it. He's calling it. This is like Babe Ruth calling that home run. He's saying it. This is it.
Zokre calling his shot. What does he have in store here? Up and a springboard swanton before coming back, and a springboard moonsault goes for the pin.
That is it.
And that does
Here
it.
is your winner, Zokre!
Halston Body, Koto Hiro wasn't able to break this legend, but boy did he help put on an amazing matchup here at Legends Never Die.
Unbelievable action again. You have to keep your eyes open. There is no blinking. There's not even, you can't even sneeze. They were flying all over the place, and Zokre climbing up the ladder of a singles competitor. Great to see it, but unfortunately Koto Hiro had to be the victim in this one. I feel terrible for Koto Hiro.
Zokre came in tonight hoping to start a successful singles run, and I think a win like this tonight is exactly how you do that, Halston.
Koto Hiro has got to be reeling. He is not happy one bit because he came here to destroy a legend. He came here to take out his strongest competitor.
Koto Hiro, you mentioned he's trying to take out his master, trying to break the legends. You know, sometimes you don't win, but you win people over. And I feel like Koto Hiro, maybe he didn't get the win tonight, but he definitely sent a message tonight that he is someone to keep an eye on.
Listen, the booking committee doesn't care about what the crowd thinks. The crowd isn't there to make the matches happen. If Koto Hiro wants to be considered as a championship level competitor, it doesn't matter if he gets the respect and applause of all these fans. He's got to do the work.
Action
He
at
just took
Legends
the
Never
loss.
Die has been awesome. Am I right? Cudahy! Let's keep the action rolling with our next match.
Oh, Rico.
Hey, I have a present for you, mister.
A present for me?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to hand the mic over to somebody that's going to probably teach you a few things. I'm going to hand it over to the one and only Slice Boogie.
Slice Boogie? Slice Boogie's here. Slice Boogie! Slice Boogie joining us on commentary as Raunchy Rico makes his way to the ring. Slice Boogie! Champ, thanks for making the trip out. Thanks for joining us on commentary here.
What's going on, Jack? You know, I'm still a champ. If it was up to me, I would put this boot right in Joey Chaos's ass. But I can't wrestle, man. I got a ruptured Achilles. Had to vacate the belt. You know, I hate to see it happen. But it is what it is, man. Wrestling is a combat sport. And I'll be back. But right now, I'm hustling on commentary, Jack. You know?
It's good to have you. It's good to have someone who knows what they're talking about sitting next to me for once.
Rico, shut up, man. Rico's talking trash to us. Worry about your match.
Rico's been talking trash to everybody here tonight, whether it be Darwin Finch in the beginning or his opponent Ray Rosas or even Joey Chaos later tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this guy got an attitude. I don't blame him. What's up with Damian Arsenic in that water bottle?
Damian Arsenic has to be one of the most annoying people in the company with that water bottle.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Ray punched him in the face. And I'm not even a fan of Ray.
Well, you mentioned Ray Rosas, the man that you beat to become the Santino Brothers champion at the LA Rumble just a month ago. He's going to be the opponent for Raunchy Rico, and he's making his entry here tonight. How does it feel to see the former champion coming out here tonight?
I mean, he gave me a good match, gave me a good battle, but he has a lot of demons to deal with and this inner turmoil with Raunchy. Once upon a time, Ray, Rico, Shay, Tito, they all found themselves jumping me right before I was gonna pin Che. So what it goes around comes around. Ray, you wanna jump people? Don't get mad when Tito, Che, and Rico jump you. It's karma. Yeah, don't look at me, Ray.
You mentioned karma. It seems to be, you're right, adding up for him as the number of opponents I thought anyways, that once he lost that title, that maybe the people gunning for him would start to die down, but that doesn't seem to be the case as he finds himself in the ring with Raunchy Rico here tonight, and things feel personal.
Well, it's very personal. Ray and Rico have been riding together, wrestling together. They're Santino's originals. Before I even stepped foot in the wrestling ring, they were already 10
Ladies
years,
and gentlemen, before we begin,
this is a grudge
Damien
match.
Arsenic would like me to inform all of you that it hurts his feelings when you refer to him as a water boy.
I mean, Slice, when you come out there with a water bottle, what do you expect people to say?
I don't know, man. He should be happy they're not making fun of his damn shorts. What are those, underwear? What's going on?
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are bullying Damien Arsenic every time you say the words water boy.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be a very successful attempt to get them to stop calling him a water boy. But I think that...
Now, with that out of the way, the following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
A punch in the face.
Introducing first, in the corner to my left, being come to the ring by Damien Arsenic. Weighing in at 223 pounds, Raunchy Rico!
Have you ever considered getting a water boy?
Never. Never, never, never. No water boy, no water girl. I don't trust anybody in my water.
From Antelope Valley, weighing in at 201 pounds, gifted and talented Ray Rosas!
Now, we talk about the past of Ray Rosas, the former champion, but he has seemed to have won the hearts of the people here at Santino Brothers and been somewhat of a fighting champion for them.
You gotta wonder what his confidence feels like. Whenever you lose a belt, your confidence goes way down. Look at that. I didn't even lose the belt, and I'm not feeling good about it. Imagine vacating a belt, but when you lose the belt, you feel like you lost your own child, man. It's got to be messing with his head. And him and Rico know each other like the back of their hands. They train together. They've known each other for many, many, many years, double-digit years. So you got to wonder who has the advantage here. I don't know. I can't even call it.
Now, do you think it's a smart move? We see Damien Arsenic on the outside wearing a shirt, the hate shirt, clearly not a coincidence, trying to get under the skin of Ray Rosas. Do you think that that's something that's going to get into his head, or do you think it's just going to fire him up?
No, this is all inner turmoil, man. I don't think it'll get into Ray's head. They know their history. They already know their history.
This is what I call the perfect wrestling match, where you've got two individuals who are incredibly talented, but also, as you mentioned, they've got the history. It's personal. There's more to it than that. This is what people, when they want to buy a ticket to a show, this is what they're looking for.
Yeah.
As it looks like Rico getting the upper hand at first, trying to take down Ray, but this is just turning into a fight.
Yeah, these guys are just shooting on each other, going at it. Working on the ground. You know, you got to give Rico the strength advantage, but Ray, I think Ray's a little more crafty than Rico. He has a little more up his sleeve. Rico's sort of a brawler, classic wrestler, but Ray could do a little bit of it all.
We see Rico going for the hair with on Ray Rosas here a couple of times there, and that was what helped him get the advantage here. Do you think that Ray Rosas will be willing to bend the rules a little bit to keep up with Raunchy Rico?
Normally I would say no, but you know what I mean? This is a grudge match, like I said. There's no love lost here, and sometimes when you're wrestling someone you don't like, you don't mind pulling out the stops. If he was wrestling somebody else, maybe he would, follow the rules, but there's a lot on the line here.
Now, they do have a big history between each other, but their last singles match, the last time they faced each other in a non-tag team situation, was way back in 2015, and funny enough, that was a match that was for the Santino Brothers Championship. They find themselves together now in the ring, and I gotta think that whoever wins this one, now I haven't talked to the booking committee, but I gotta feel like if the booking committee is watching this, whoever wins this one, I feel like would be the next to get a shot at that title. You are the undefeated champion. What do you think about this kind of situation?
I don't know, man. You gotta wonder, as Ray's chopping the ever-living crap out of Rico. He's fired up. But you gotta wonder if Ray wins, and let's say Che wins, the rivalry will continue. But if Che wins and Rico wins, are these guys going to fight each other? You don't know. And then if Chaos wins, Chaos has a long history with Ray and Rico. You know, each match will be intriguing, depending who wins this, depending who wins the championship matches, all sorts of possibilities. Then Ray's done that to me before, and I wanted to kill him. He put his junk in my face. If Rico gets in there and kicks him in the nuts when the ref ain't looking, hey, you asked for it.
Now, is that something that Ray Rosas does on purpose, or is that just the way he's able to get the pin? He takes what he can get.
I think Ray likes to get under your skin, you know? He fancies himself an exotic dancer, and when you're at his mercy and a ball or two rub across your face, it gets in your head, for better or for worse.
Well, it does seem to have gotten under the skin of Raunchy Rico, as you mentioned, because he's got Damian Arsenic in there complaining about getting his hair pulled and everything else. But you can complain all you want. Eventually, you got to fight it out. And Raunchy Rico, he took that break on the outside, was able to take advantage here, and he's laying in those chops on the former champion.
Yeah, Rico's going to make him pay.
You go off the ropes.
Duck.
Is he able to capitalize? Nope. Ray gets to the ropes.
Ray's a vet. Ray's gonna hold the ropes. Ray's a solid wrestler.
You know, it's not the fanciest thing. It's not a tope suicida, but you're right. It puts Ray back in a position where he's not being controlled by his opponent.
Yeah, defense is just as important as offense in wrestling, you know? You got to be able to counter. You got to be able to stop. Big suplex.
Yeah, sometimes defense is better, but offense is still always good. Driving a knee down under Rico's throat before going for a pin. And Rico kicks out at 1. Showing he still has a lot of fight left in this one.
Yeah, Rico's tough. Rico's not going to go down easy.
Considering their background, I'm a little surprised at how methodical both men are. We started off with a lot of brawling, but now it feels like they're both still playing a bit of a chess match here, trying to take control and get an advantage without going overboard. Maybe I spoke too soon there.
Oh, working the arm. Yeah, but you know what I mean? These guys also, a big part of this whole rivalry is also bragging rights. If you could say you beat a guy up, yeah, you know, Rico and his gang are gonna beat people up and jump them. But if you say you beat him one-on-one in a wrestling match, that's hurting your pride. It's one thing to jump somebody with 4 people, but to lose a wrestling match one-on-one, that means he got the better of you. So I think that's what Rico wants to do. He wants to prove he's a better wrestler. He wants to beat Ray up, but I think he just wants to brag that he won the match by himself, you know?
Well, you know, hurting pride is always something that stings, but you look at what's happening in the ring right now, and it looks like Rico has found something else to hurt. He's been targeting that arm, whether it be dragging it over that top rope and now running it into the girders there, and now stomping the hands.
Stomping the hand now.
And this does so much to a wrestler. It stops him from being able to clasp and do so much stuff in the ring. Not only does it make it something to target for an armbar later on.
Oh. It's working that arm big time.
The arm obviously is such an important part of a wrestling match. You can use it for strikes, like I said. You can use it for body slams and suplexes. But if you have no arm, all of that stuff gets taken away from you, taken out of your arsenal. For someone as crafty as Ray Rosas, this has to be a very smart move by Raunchy Rico to take out the arm and limit all of those resources he has.
Yeah, this is definitely going to affect Ray's offense. But this isn't the arm that Ray drops the elbow with. Ray drops the elbow with the right arm. So if Ray has to pull that out of his hat, elbow drop, he'll still be able to do it. But yeah, wrestling with one arm is like wrestling with one leg. It's definitely not easy.
Ray trying to get away from Rico, trying to get some time to maybe catch a breath and heal up a little bit, but Rico very smartly staying on top of him, not letting Ray get any breathing room.
Yeah, Rico's a vet. He's honing in on the left arm, and he's not letting up. You know, he's not doing a whole bunch of body slams, this and that, trying to weaken the back, neck, weaken the whole body when he has a limited amount of time to just work that arm and destroy it.
as he continues to work the arm. I talked to Rico backstage before the match, and he was saying how he doesn't like the idea that Rey Rosas is considered the prodigal son of Santino brothers, and that he's always looked to in such a light as being one of the guys that helped start it, when Rico doesn't get any of that credit, and he was right here at the start of it too. He was one of the guys that helped get this thing going as well, and he's a little upset that Rey Rosas gets so much credit for that, and he doesn't.
Big backbreaker.
Big backbreaker on that hammer lock at the same time, still working on that arm. That super hyper focus on that arm here, and now the trash talking starts. Now you've been in the ring when you've been on top and you've talked trash. You've been in the ring when you've been on the bottom and had trash talk to you. What does that do when you've been getting beat down, your arm's been getting pulled out, and now you've got the guy talking trash to you?
You know, I'm big on talking trash, and it never bothers me. You know, it motivates me, it gets me angry. Sometimes it backfires. I've talked trash to people, and they turn around and punch me right in my face. You know, sometimes it backfires, sometimes it works. Sometimes it throws people off their game, but I think Rey is such a vet that he could tune that out. You know, I think he's just trying to figure out what he's thinking now. He's thinking what he's going to do. His arm is messed up. Rico's giving him too much time to think, you know. He's not on the defensive. He's trying to worry. Look, he might counter. Look, big counter. Too much time to think. Rico's back on top.
And we get another roll through here. This is where that veteran status starts to really show as these men start going pin for pin here. We get reversal after reversal, and Rico goes to the outside maybe to buy some time, but not getting any of it as we get Rey Rosas diving out into the crowd. The one good arm is held up, and Slice Boogie, you can feel Rey Rosas starting to draw on the energy of the people and starting to gain some of that momentum back, using them to fire him up, going to the top rope here. What does he have in store?
He's up. Big cross body. This could be it.
Pin.
1, 2. Early 2. Yeah. Rico got too much in his tank.
Now trying to use that good arm. And you got to think about the smarts of Rey Rosas, using a cross body block, not some kind of diving clothesline, so he can use his whole body, but now using that other arm, taking down Rico.
Rico left the striking arm healthy, you know? Sometimes that backfires. I'm sure Rey throws better punches with his right than with his left. I don't think he can hook it.
That's where that damage to the arm is starting to pay off. He's able to get it up. As he gets him down. Is he going to go for the pin here?
That late kick.
Bed of Rosas there, not enough, but just almost there. And Rosas trying to get the crowd going again, trying to fire them up again. You can tell, you can almost see it in his face, Rey Rosas. The more the crowd reacts, the more they cheer for him, you can see it in his face. He feels stronger.
The sexy Jesus chant is building. You know, Rey is a momentum-based wrestler. I don't think I've ever seen a match where he dominated most of the match, but once he comes out in spurts, he fires up, he turns it on, and it's enough to win sometimes, you know? He's just like a ball of lightning, so Rico needs to get the crowd out of it.
And this might be the way to do it, taking shots at Rosas while he's up on the top rope. And a big chop there, you can see the sweat flying
off his chest, yeah.
And now this is a dangerous spot for both men as Rey Rosas slips
going
underneath.
For the power bomb. Big power bomb.
And that could do it, but Rey Rosas wanting to put the exclamation point on it, climbing to the top rope.
Is he going to drop the right elbow? He might drop that right elbow. Oh, wait. Damien.
That water boy on the outside getting involved again.
Scarlett didn't see it. The ref didn't see it.
As we get a
big superplex. Oh, but I think that takes a little out of Rico too. Can't capitalize on the pin. If he was able to pin him right away, that might be 3.
And that's the risk of a superplex. As you said, it takes so much out of both men.
Yep.
But I think after taking that power bomb earlier, Rico had no choice. Yeah. He had to do something to level the playing field.
Yeah, but that power bomb definitely affected Rico's back, especially the lower back and the neck. And just giving a suplex moments after that, not the best idea. So he's definitely feeling it right now. Rey's still favoring that left arm.
Arsenic trying to water Rico back to life. And it looks like it's working as Rico seems to be getting up first. And as I look into the eyes of Ray Rosas, I can't tell if anyone's home right now. But he's fighting up to his feet.
Ray's a thinking man. He's thinking.
Get the double underhook there.
Oh,
but it looks like he reversed it. Counter pin. And you know what? There's
countered the Tiger driver. Might have put it away. Oh my God! Back of the neck. Rico going
for it again. Oh, that back break, double underhook backbreaker. And you mentioned the damage to Rico's back earlier. I think that's the only thing that saved Ray the first time around. But he hit it the second. We get a pin.
Yeah, this might. Oh wow! Look, he had to pull his arm with his other hand. But this might have been the third variation of a backbreaker that Ray's been hit with by Rico. So I think Ray's back is messed up right now. So maybe working more than one body part is going to come into effect now because Ray's back and his left arm are chopped right now.
I mean, how much offense does that take out of the playbook for Ray Rosas? If his back is damaged, if his arm is damaged, what else is there other than offhand punches and maybe some kicks?
Well, Ray's right arm is not as offhand, so his right arm is going to be able to throw decent punches, and he could drop that right elbow, but I don't know if he's going to be able to pick Rico up and hit any type of there. See, look at the right. It's sharp. That right hand is sharp. Beautiful punch.
And those punches seem to be the only thing he has left after all the damage
he's
taken.
Using the left. I don't know if this is a mistake. Look, you can feel it.
As he tries to whip Rico, but clearly not enough strength in that arm.
Oh my God! This could be it. This could be it. He's trying to break the arm. If he gets this, it's over.
Oh, if he sinks it in, there's no way. Ray Rosas nowhere near those ropes.
Ray's grasping for dear life, man. He got the arm is loose. This could be it.
This has got to be it.
This is not good. He's going to face ligament damage. He could possibly break the shoulder, the elbow. This is not good. Ray needs to get to the ropes as soon as possible.
He is nowhere near there. We say the apron is the hardest part, but the most dangerous part is right in the middle.
Well, his arm is bent now, which is good. His arm is bent. When it's stretched out, man, you could ruin your career like that.
At what point does tapping out to save the career look like the better move than fighting to win now?
I mean, we have pride. Wrestlers have pride, man. If I could wrestle with a ruptured Achilles right now, I would be. But, I can't. But Ray, big slingshot.
And that's going to daze Rico and might give Ray just enough time to take advantage. Going into the turnbuckle, hits that kick to the back of the head, and this is not where Rico wants to be.
Ray could feel it in his arm, man. Hitting all those moves just now, he had to use both arms to get himself up there. He has no sense of balance on his left side, so it's going to be all right side. And even climbing up, he's trying to use his left arm, and it's messed up. Look, one hand. He only has one hand on the ropes for now.
But he's going to go for it.
You got to drop that.
He dropped
that right left elbow?
He dropped it on the bad elbow. Maybe he
Insane.
Maybe Ray says, I'm going to win if I hit it. It doesn't matter what damage I do. Goes for the pin. But it wasn't enough.
What a mistake. I don't know why he dropped the left. This is it. He's got to tap. He's got to tap.
Risked it all, and it cost him as that arm is being pulled all the way back.
I think the ref needs to just stop it, man. I think the ref should just stop it.
An excellent game plan by Raunchy Rico. Worked to perfection, but
Ray refuses to tap. I mean, he got some balls, I can't lie.
As he rolls through, goes for the pin.
Oh, he stole the win!
He stole it!
What the?
Here is your winner!
I can't believe it!
Nice Boogie, we talk about how smart of a wrestler Ray Rosas is. He hung in there, he fought through it, and somehow, some way, by hook or by crook, Ray Rosas
Rico had the arm. I thought he was going to snap the arm, but Ray just got out. This is what I seen. Ray has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Just when Rico thinks he's going to use his solid submission game, Ray got all the tricks in the book. He's sneaky like that.
Ray Rosas, hard loss at LA Rumble, lost the title lost everything, yet he comes back the next show. Legends never die, and proves just that by getting a gutsy win against a tough opponent.
Rico cannot believe it right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Rico didn't go over there and stomp him in the arm.
Oh, it looks like Rico
he might be holding back.
And maybe this is where the history just saved Ray from a beatdown.
You know, Rico wanted to win, man. I don't think Rico wanted to kill Ray. I think Rico wanted to beat him. Look.
Obviously, a little bit of respect.
Rico, I think this shows that Rico wanted to win this match, man. Rico wanted all the bragging rights.
We see the bows and the middle finger, and with the smile on the face of Ray Rosas, I think he would expect nothing less from Rico. As we got Marty Quinn.
Ray Rosas with a big win tonight over Raunchy Rico. Ray, as the former champion, you are still the #1 competitor to face the new champion at our next show.
There you go, official.
And that champion will be decided tonight between Cabrera and Joey Kaos. Who would you prefer to face at our next show?
Well, let's start by saying how big of a travesty it is that Ray Rosas isn't in this main event fighting for a title that he lost without being pinned.
He does make a point,
but I can't cry about sour grapes.
Could have pinned me. Should have pinned me.
I told myself I was going to start from the bottom and work my way back to the championship. But I guess you could call me Gray Rosas, right? You can call me Liam Neeson because I've been beating wolves for the last year. Starting with Tito, ending with Che, and now Raunchy Rico. So I think that door, that issue is firmly closed.
He makes another great point.
Maybe he wants chaos.
But as for tonight,
unfinished business,
and into the future. Because we don't worry about the present, we gotta always think about the future. Everything's ever changing, everything's fluid. Just like Ray Rosas in this ring, baby.
Little dose of hippie Ray Rosas with his
But it doesn't matter who wins tonight. It could be Che Cabrera, my old friend, a new foe, someone I've known, someone that I brought up in the business, or it could be Joey Kaos, the man who taught me everything that I know in wrestling, the man that trained me, the man that scorned me 6 years ago, and I've been chomping at the bit to get into the ring with him one more time.
Both fascinating opportunities.
Ray Rosas is built to be at the top. Ray Rosas is built to stay at the top. I can't stay complacent very much longer than this. So next show, whoever the winner is, whether it's Che Cabrera or Joey Kaos, you're gonna go one-on-one with the former champion, the longest reigning Santino Bros champion, the reigning wrestler of the year, Ray Rosas!
There you have it.
Very confident.
#1 contender.
Now, we'll see if that arm is able to hold up for the next match. But Slice Boogie, thank you so much for being here. These guys are talking about a title you never lost.
You know, I'm still the champ in my eyes, man. But unfortunately, this is what happens, man. Combat sport. This is what happens. Can't run, can't wrestle, but I'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
upper body's still looking jacked. By the time I'm healthy, I might be 300 pounds. Who knows? And I'll drop Ray Rosas right on his head. Chaos, all of them.
If not for the fact that you weren't medically cleared, I guarantee you'd be in the ring still defending this title. But as it is, we're going to see everyone else fight for it, defend it, and when you get back, I'm sure you will be right back at there in that conversation.
I'll be watching very closely, and it just gives me time to scout. I get to scout everybody's movements. If Ray thinks he's going to beat me with a pin like that, he's smoking dust. I'm watching everything he does. I'm watching everything Chaos does, watching everything Che does. So when I come back, I'm taking that gold, and I'm not giving it up. You have to kill me. Deadass. So I'm out of here.
Well, Slice Boogie, thank you so much for joining us here on commentary. It was nice having you over my other broadcast partner. Always nice to have someone who knows what they're doing on the commentary team. Ladies and gentlemen, Slice Boogie, the unbeaten Santino Brothers champion here. Strong words for anyone who wants to be the champion in the future.
I may not be I may not be the Santino Bros heavyweight champion, but you know what? I got a title that's just as prestigious. SoCal's People's Champion. I'm your champion. The People's Champion, baby.
Ray Rosas with a very...
Ladies and gentlemen, SoCal's People's Champion, Ray Rosas.
What'd I miss? Did you have fun with Boogie?
You have no idea how fun it is working with someone who knows what they're doing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gave away a free t-shirt to the birthday boy over here, but all of you guys who have seats over here, a few of you have a little sticker that's on the bottom of your seat. So, check under your seat. If you have a little sticker on the bottom of your seat, you can head over to the Santino Brothers merch stand and get yourself a free piece of merch. So go ahead and check if you got that sticker. Just head over to the merch stand. In fact, everybody should head to the merch stand, or to Grill 'em All over there, or to the gimmick table where we have tons of wrestlers selling merchandise of their own, because we'll be taking a quick intermission. So go ahead, stretch your legs, get some food, get some merch, but be back here very, very quickly, because we got more action coming up here at Legends Never Die.
Fries.
This is the place. Hey, cheers, bud. All right, listen up, fellas. Hey, Kev. Yeah. What's up, man? Look, I see you guys are celebrating, okay? You guys should be. Then let me be the first to say that you guys did a great job at the last show. Okay, it was almost perfect. But I've got new jobs for you guys. This next show is coming up. Hey! Get down to business.
Relax. Okay, you're talking about business and all this other stuff. We're at my office.
Meeting.
Listen, take a drink. Relax. Bartender, 3 shots of tequila. Vámonos!
Okay, I'll do one drink. You know what? I'll celebrate with you guys. But listen, one drink, and we get down to business. All right?
That's it.
All right.
Just one drink.
Just one. Just one, Rob.
Just one drink, dude.
Like I said, guys, one shot, and then we get down to business.
Business, yeah.
That was pretty good, huh? This one's for you guys, okay?
Right,
for you.
Yeah, cheers.
I love you guys. You know, at first I really hated you guys. But now I love you guys. You guys are my brothers. You're my best friends.
Dude, Cam is wasted right now, dude. Yeah, don't look over there. Hey, I had something to tell you. Did you get paid from that last little intervention we had? You wouldn't have money in there anyways. You spend it all on booze as it is. Alright, dude. We'll make sure we get that money though before we do anything else, right? Dude, Cam! What are you doing behind the bar, dude? You're gonna get us kicked out of here. When they get us kicked out? Huh? Yeah, dude. I own this bar, Rob. This is my bar. You guys are here drinking at Cam's bar, okay? Anyway, I'll tell you what I'm doing back behind this bar. I'm thinking about the LA Rumble. Okay, you wanna know why I'm thinking about the LA Rumble? Because it was almost perfect, Rob. It was almost perfect. Except for that one little poop stain. Doomfly. When they kicked me and Big Dick Haas out of that Rumble, we were both gonna win. Both of us. Yeah. Do you know how embarrassing that was? Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. I mean, that was supposed to be a great night for me. For us. For all of us. And you know what? I'm gonna call Joey. No. I'm calling Mongol, and I'm demanding a match with Doomfly. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. Let's do it, dude. Mongol! Yeah! Hey! It's Cam Gates, your inner city champion. Oh, no, listen, I don't care whose birthday it is. Listen. Cameron Gates, Big Dick Haas. We're gonna need a match with Doomfly on the next show.
Well, what about the shit man?
Rob, don't worry about it, man. I've got another job for you, okay? Take it easy. Well, boys, there's only one thing to do now. Bartender! Another shot for my boys here.
No bullshit.
What do you say, right? Let's do it.
Let's do it, Jack Farmer. You heard Adnan.
I am going to do as I told, and I'm going to get ready for some tag team wrestling. Now this is a matchup that really goes all the way back to the LA Rumble.
Indeed it does, and I'm excited because I hear the music. I hear what yes, there he is.
Cam Gates, the inner city champion, with Big Dick Haas being accompanied by Rob Shit. Not going to get a whole lot of parents excited to see this group on their kids' TV screen.
Listen, calm down. The champion is in the house, and I'm telling you, he's doing the smartest thing ever. He's bringing his biggest friends. He's bringing the enforcer of his newfound gatekeepers. Haas is here, and he's ready to destroy.
I believe they're called the CGK.
Calm down.
And now this is the music of a duo that I think everyone here is excited to see. They are the SoCal Wrestling Tag Team of the Year.
Who might that be? Who may it be? I know who it is. These crazy
Ladies
kids.
and gentlemen, it is Doomfly coming out to the ring, much to the happiness of the people here at Santino Brothers.
Listen to this crowd light. Oh my God! They haven't even started the match yet. This crowd is fired up. They must have had some good food from Grill 'em All at the intermission.
As we come back from intermission, we're not going to ease into things. We're going to get things going. Doomfly coming in again, the SoCal Wrestling Tag Team of the Year. And these two know how to put on a fun match.
Well, they can have all the fun they want until they get their heads clocked in by Haas and Cam Gates. Fun will be over at that point.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one in the corner to my right. At a combined weight of 488 pounds, they are the team of the Grizzled Outlaw, Big Dick Haas, and the Santino Brothers Inner City Champion, highly recommended Cameron Gates.
Combined weight of 488 pounds. I think Haas makes up 400 of those.
Are you making a weight joke on
And
Haas?
introducing their opponents.
It's on cam.
From the Isle of Doom, they are the team of the Queen of Aerobic Style, Delilah Doom, and La Mosca, Eli Everfly, Doomfly!
These goofballs look like a pack of Crayola highlighters. What? I mean, that's not going to win a match either, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but they were the cool Crayola highlighters, though.
Can you sniff them? Do they smell like fruit?
Depends which color you smell.
Oh, my goodness.
But this whole match started, I believe, because Cam Gates didn't want to defend his Inter-City Championship. However, what he's saying, if you ask him, if you talk to him about what's happening here, he says that he calls these guys poop stains that ruined the LA Rumble.
They're fluorescent poop stains. Absolutely, they ruined the party. They came in and proverbially peed in the punch bowl, so to speak, of the LA Rumble for Cam Gates and Big Dick Haas.
I mean, what kind of childish person takes this? You got eliminated from a Rumble. Guess what? 29 people got eliminated from the Rumble. That's how Rumbles work. Why is Cam Gates getting all up in his feelings about this?
Because he had it. He had it in the bag. I was watching the same Rumble you were. He was going to get that championship. He was going to take away the opportunity for anybody to take away get the heavyweight championship under his belt. I mean, could you imagine Cam Gates with 2 belts? I see it. I already see it.
Cam Gates with 1 belt is already unbearable. I can only imagine what 2 belts would be. We get a beautiful Northern Lights suplex and a quick pin from Eli Everfly, showing that he's not getting paid by the hour. He wants to get a win real quick here.
Once again, you are damaging your own reputation. You're not going to get into the after party with Cam Gates. Did you see the video he put out this week?
Oh, I saw the after party.
We're ready to party. I am ready to party with Rob Shit and Big Dick Haas. Cam Gates might need a little help, but at the same time, I'm going to be at least allowed in the office. You, on the other hand, not allowed in. You're not on the list.
For those of you who were fortunate enough to see the meeting that Cam Gates had at his office, even the bartender didn't want to be at that party.
That's because he was too busy serving drinks. He had to get out of there. He was like, "This is too much of a party."
But
he couldn't hang.
But back into the ring, Eli Everfly showing that speed that has made him such a star across so many different places, like GCW, FSW, LA Fights, Epic Pro, and of course, Santino Brothers.
He is a trainer. He is a guide for many of the up and coming wrestlers in SoCal through the Santino Brothers training program. But he's also a fiery pinball in that ring, just like and putting those two together, they are in sync.
Oh, we got a pin. We got a pin. Cam Gates too early though to get the pin to be pinned there. Look, you talk about the classes that we have. We have some amazing classes. Go to www.santinobros.net where you can sign up for classes now.
Let me tell you what, Delilah Doom is somehow getting the upper hand on Cam Gates, which is shocking to me, but she has a fire in her belly.
Oh, but caught and slammed right back into that turnbuckle. You talk about the fire in the belly of Delilah Doom. I mean, no one has cardio the way that the Queen of Aerobics style has. But all the cardio in the world isn't going to do you any good if you keep taking those punches to the midsection.
Absolutely. When your abdomen is bruised, you're not going to be doing too many steps, so to speak.
Oh, but she's not taking steps when she's flying through the air with Hurricane Rana, sending Cam Gates flying. But Big Dick Haas gets the tag and just levels Delilah Doom. Eli not going to take it, taken to the sky.
What?
And with the Hurricane Rana sends Big Dick Haas flying. And now a baseball slide sends the Inter-City champion to the outside. But that leaves Haas alone with Delilah Doom, and Delilah Doom is going to work.
Oh my goodness! Somebody, shake it out of him.
Misses that star 69, and that big hook right to the face just stopped all the momentum that Delilah Doom had.
His hand is as big as her head. Of course, he gets one punch and he's going to knock the skin off her skull.
But that speed that Delilah Doom brings sends Haas flying into the corner as she gets that big splash and goes for 2 because she knows that for someone as big as Haas, it's going to take a couple of them to work. Unfortunately, she went to the well one too many times.
But Haas is dazed, which is shocking to me. He should be in there, stomping and pounding and taking the life out of these two. But somehow, is he hung over from the party? Has he been drinking with the boys in the back already pre-gaming?
Ross' body sends him down. Going up and down for that wheelbarrow barrel bulldog sending Haas face first, and talk about getting your steps in and your heart rate up. Steps on the back of Haas, but that kind of shenanigan may work on some, but someone as big and as tough as Big Dick Haas, it's just a little too much.
All it takes is a catch. All it takes is like a spider in a web. Listen, that fly can fight and squirm and flap its wings all at once. All the spider has to do is sting it once, wrap it up, and it's over.
This seems to be like a matador fighting a bull. It's all about trying to evade as that giant Meteora takes down Big Dick Haas out on the outside, and this is where Rob shit starts to get involved. Of course, Rob is involved. Why is Rob out here? What the tarnation did we just see from Eli Everfly?
What we're seeing is an unbelievable flurry of offense coming out of Doomfly. Nothing like I've ever seen. They're essentially taking on 3 people in this ring, and one of them is twice their size. I am shocked. I am shook. I am stunned. I cannot believe the amount of offense that Doomfly has gotten so far.
Oh, but that big headbutt, and then what an incredible suplex, goes for the pin.
He's got to be twice as heavy and twice as big as both of these competitors, and somehow they are still knocking him down, taking him out. And right now, they better hope to keep up that momentum, because Haas is slapping his chest right through him.
Twice as mean to boot. Now you got, of course, Cam Gates waits until Eli Everfly is in trouble, until he's prone and in the corner. Now Cam Gates wants to tag in, and now Cam Gates wants to arrest him.
That's called strategy. That's why he's the champion. Pay attention. He's smart. He's cunning. That's not a word you get to hear in wrestling too much. Cunning. He's paying attention to all sides and taking advantage where he needs to, and that's why he's been the longest reigning Intercity champion in Santino Brothers history. Period.
You may call it cunning. I call it being a cheapskate.
Oh.
But now Eli Everfly, he doesn't seem to know that he's not as big as these guys, as he's beating them both down, but he gets caught into an assisted suplex, and goes for the pin.
Cam, if you're going to watch this match back on YouTube here at Santino Brothers, I apologize for the way Jack Farmer is treating you and talking about you in this ring. You are smart, you are intelligent, you know what you're doing, and yes, you're not cheap at all.
In the ring, we've got Haas going for pins here. Haas is so big that every time he goes for a pin on Eli Everfly, just the kick out is taking energy out of Eli Everfly.
You almost can't see him. He's just covering him completely.
Oh, what is that? A cheap shot by Cam Gates. A cheap shot to Delilah Doom. And again, taking advantage of the guy after he's already been put down by Haas. We get a pin here, a cocky pin.
That is called an insurance policy. That is making sure you are clearing the table. It's all strategy. See how smart he is? He knows when to take him down. He knows when to keep him down. And now they're just again picking the bones. Now they're gonna torture him. They're gonna play around with him. They're gonna make him pay for the early onslaught of offense that they brought to the table. And you don't want to make Cam angry. He's now annoyed, and he's gonna take it out on Eli Everfly.
I mean, I got to give you credit that Cam and Haas, they did weather the storm of the early offense by Doomfly. But
what in God's name, what is Eli doing?
He's grabbing life, baby, as he tries to take advantage.
Oh my
here
God!
With a big sunset flip power bomb, and look.
How does the song go? Let the bodies hit the floor. My God.
What an incredible display of desperation offense from Eli Everfly. Shaking his fist, trying to get the energy and momentum and that adrenaline to get back to his partner, Delilah Doom, as she reaches out, but not quite there. Cam catches him, and he hits the sliced bread.
But it took more out of him. He's back down on the ground, trying to grasp for anything. Delilah's going to have to use some sort of Marco Polo thing where he shouts her name to get him over there.
To your point.
No, what?
but he was able to make it back, and now Delilah Doom is in the ring with a drop kick to the gut of Haas, sending him down.
Where's your complaint now? She did the same thing.
She's fighting fire with fire, and she's all fired up, getting those lunges, net breakers in, and a big boot right to the face. And she's got one for Rob on the outside as well. Delilah Doom will not be denied.
What are the chances? Let's just say, I'm going to play this out because this is why I'm a prism of excellence. I look at all sides, bad, good, forward, backwards. What is this?
Star 69!
Oh, wait a minute.
Calling him back into the ring.
I have to call it like I see it. What if Doomfly wins? What if somebody like Eli Everfly pins Cam Gates? Does he look at the opportunity for a championship? What if Delilah Doom does it?
And Delilah Doom might do that right now as she rolls over Cam Gates and go for the pin.
Not so fast. Big Dick Haas being very aware and coming back for a taste of revenge for that midsection kick that she absolutely should have been disqualified for.
Oh no. We got Eli Everfly hitting that dropkick, and I can't believe Delilah Doom just German suplex Big Dick Haas. I can't believe she was able to get him up and over to slam him. I cannot believe what Doomfly is capable of.
What? Get her out of the ring. This is not legal. Unbelievable.
As we get that double leg drop right on Cam Gates, we get a pin.
Not so fast. Haas is right on your tail, Missy.
If Haas wasn't there, if Haas didn't have that big play ability, this might have been the end of it. And actually, with that big slam, that might be the end of it. And Scarlett trying to get some order in this match is Cam, big backbreaker on Delilah Doom, and now she finds herself surrounded by enemies in the middle of that ring.
Here we go. This is called pain and punishment. Cam Gates has had enough, and so does Haas.
Oh my goodness. He's got Delilah Doom up, but she reverses it. Sends Big Dick out to the outside. Eli sees what's going on with a big spin kick, dazes Gates, goes for the Hurricane Run on the outside to Big Dick Haas, and now Delilah Doom is up top. Sparkle motion off the top, and the Inner City Champ is down. Is she going for the pin here? But Haas was there yet again.
It's rubbing off on him.
Yet again.
The cunning behavior of Cam Gates rubbing off on Big Dick Haas there, pulling him out of that situation. Wait a minute. What is Delilah? Get her off the top rope.
Doom.
What?
Diving down onto all of the CGK.
Unacceptable. Get these two in the ring. This has got to be... Scarlett Donovan, would you please get some order?
As
get
this
these
crowd is firing up. Eli Everfly, he doesn't want order. He wants more chaos as he takes to the sky and almost touches the ceiling with that moonsault that sent him crashing down onto the Cameron Gates keepers. And a high-flying move like that would take most men out, but Eli Everfly, it just fires him up off the rope, goes over with a big destroyer.
Good Lord.
Does he have something else lined up for Haas? But Haas reverses it, slams him down. Delilah Doom, she goes for another move, and it's a tornado DDT.
Unacceptable and unbelievable. What is she doing? I mean, how? How is this even possible? Cam Gates has got her, though.
Cam Gates.
Yes.
Cam Gates has won matches with that move as he goes for the pin. This is going to be at 1, 2.
You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Those late nights at the aerobic studio paying off for Delilah Doom as she finds a way to keep this match alive. And the fans here at the Santino brothers, they love what they're seeing. A reversal by Delilah Doom goes for the pin.
No,
and she pins. Delilah Doom did it.
Here are your winners, Doomfly.
I demand
a body. Delilah Doom did it. Doomfly won the match. It doesn't matter how many gatekeepers you got, Cam. Delilah Doom gets to win it. Delilah Doom
Doom. Let's do the math. Pinned the Inner City Champion.
And now they're going to pay. That's what they deserve. How dare they?
What is that? What? How can you defend this? How can you defend this? Doomfly, they got the win, fair and square, clean as a whistle, and now you've got the antithesis of clean, beating up Delilah Doom. What is going on
Yeah,
here?
listen, I'm not here to defend it. I'm here to cheer it on. That's what they get. They don't get to embarrass the Inner City Champion like that at all. So they get to pay. That's what they get.
Here at Santino Brothers, we're all about passion. We're about heart. We're about working hard, not about taking shortcuts, not about trying to attack people when they're down. And they handcuffed Delilah Doom to the ropes, and now she can do nothing but watch on. What do they have in store for Eli Everfly?
This is a street thugging. I love this.
And security.
Somebody get World Star on the phone. Take this out. This is going to be amazing.
Security hesitant to get in. As you remember, Haas single-handedly took out security last time he went off in the ring.
Boom!
Oh my goodness.
Kiss your neck goodbye.
Package pile driver on Eli Everfly is Delilah has to watch on. But now Tomas has seen enough. Tries to make the save, and with that, security finally gets the guts to enter the ring, and maybe it wasn't the best ideas.
No heroes needed here. They're gonna anybody and everybody is a victim. Oh, feel this one. Boom!
Oh my goodness, an earth-rattling power bomb. And Delilah Doom and Doomfly may have won the battle, but Cameron Gates keepers.
Whoa! Who just showed up? What? Is that who I think it is? That's BC Killer.
BC Killer.
Oh my
has
God!
Come into the ring. What is he doing here?
That is.
What is he doing here?
I don't know, but he is not one to mess with one bit. I might have to leave the commentary.
Is he with them, or is he? What's he doing here? Cam Gates, he is hightailing it as he just cleaned the clock.
Oh no, this is. Oh lordy.
He just knocked down.
Whoa!
Awesome. What is that?
A weapon in his hand?
What the heck is that?
Oh my God! Somebody call security, or don't call security. They're gonna.
Oh no! Delilah, someone's got to save Delilah Doom. She's got to get out of there. She's got. Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
No! What?
And he was able to break her free.
What just happened?
BC Killer, knife. What is that? A knife? I don't know. I don't know what his plans are. I don't know what he's doing here, but I will say this. October 22nd, night of the Human Death Match is on the horizon, and I can only wonder what that means for that event coming up October 22nd.
I have not seen BC Killer in a Santino Brothers ring in well over a year, if not longer. I mean, what business does he have here besides I'm terrified. Are you kidding me? Who let him in the building with that thing in his hand?
I don't think anyone let him in. I think he decided he wanted to come in. And that was all that mattered. BC Killer showing up here, clearing house, getting rid of the Cam Gates keepers, a weapon in hand. And as I mentioned, I can only imagine what this means for our upcoming event, October 22nd, night of the Human Death Match.
That I am absolutely terrified. Don't make eye contact. Listen.
Don't hide behind me.
Listen, if he's coming our way, you're coming in front of me. I'm not getting anywhere near that.
If he comes this way, I will run almost as fast as Cameron Gates just did. The BC Killer coming out, clearing house. What does this mean for the Inner City Championship? What does this mean for our next show, October 22nd, night of the Human Death Match? What does this mean? I'm flabbergasted.
Good God. We have another match to get to. I got to recover.
Legends never die, but BC Killer may test that.
BC Killer is back at Santino Brothers, yo. fact, he's going to be in this building again on October 22nd when Santino Brothers presents Night of the Human Deathmatch.
Well, there you have it.
BC Killer. I'm going to be afraid. Y'all can buy tickets to that. I'll be in the corner cowering. But outside of that, I think we got 2 matches left, so I think it's time for our semi-main event. What do you guys think? Let's get our semi-main event out here then!
I thought I was ready from the beginning, but I keep getting surprised. Everything we do seems to keep blowing things out of the water, but this is one I have been looking forward to. This is one I've been looking forward to a long time. Taking social media by storm, it's that rapscallion Kid Bandit. Now, Halston Body, Kid Bandit seems like someone's got to be a wrestler after your own heart.
I am all about a look. I am all about a style. I'm all about the flair and the fashion. But as I've experienced in my own life of experience in wrestling, that sometimes doesn't get the job done. It looks great in photos. It looks great on social media. But you gotta beat the person in the ring, looks or not. But I'm all for it. I'm all for the Kid Bandit styling right now.
You mentioned it's going to be more than style to get wins, and we're going to put that to the test as Kid Bandit's opponent makes his way to the ring. Someone who has been making waves across pro wrestling, whether it be in Defy Wrestling, FSW, GCW, or AEW. Someone that will definitely be taken to the sky and making this interesting. Matt Vandagriff.
And Matt Vandagriff, I have experience with Matt Vandagriff. One of my earliest matches, and I hate to say his name again, when I used to manage that numbskull Dom Kubrick, who wouldn't listen to me, he went against Matt Vandagriff, and I'm telling you what, this guy I have been watching since those days, many years ago, and I have seen what I call one of the strongest evolutions in a Santino Brothers student, and it's unbelievable to see the trajectory that someone that Matt Vandagriff has taken. He is absolutely slowly, surely, and confidently rising to the top of the ranks of the independent wrestling circuit. He's been on top at FSW. He has had many title championship opportunities. He's been the submission champion here, I believe. Let me check my notes. If I'm not, let me. No, I mean.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, perched in the corner to my right, being summoned in attack mode, she is the pro wrestling protagonist, Kid Bandit! And introducing her opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the aerial chemist, Matt Vandagriff!
I stand corrected. He was not a Santino Brothers Submission Championship. However, I would say this. Let me tell you what. When I first met Matt Vandagriff, he was a wet noodle, skinny, the runt of the litter. And look at him now. He has got the muscle mass. He has absolutely risen up. His skills have just absolutely escalated to a point where he is undeniable in that ring. I am excited for this match because if only it's the rookie versus the now seasoned wrestler in Matt Vandagriff.
Well, you mentioned how seasoned Matt has become. A lot of it is because Matt has been willing to travel and get out there and wrestle everyone and anyone. And as I said at the top, I mean, Defy Wrestling, FSW, GCW, AEW. Now he's got PCW Ultra on the horizon. Someone that's always willing to test his skills everywhere he goes, and you can see just how much he's matured as a wrestler because of that.
Much like I am an intellectually curious human being, he is a wrestling curious human being. He is going to take those chances. He he's going to take on opponents that seem unconventional to him. Like Kid Bandit, as unconventional as they are, I'm telling you what, it's still a challenge for Matt because he's not used to somebody who's so fresh on the scene, so full of vigor and just ready to take on any challenge. It's almost like looking in a mirror from 5 years ago.
Well, you talk about Kid Bandit, and they were someone who used to sneak into these Santino Brothers events to watch Matt Vandagriff. Matt Vandagriff used to be Kid Bandit's favorite wrestler. And, you know, there's some word around back in the locker room that maybe Kid Bandit pulled a few strings to try to get this matchup to happen.
They always say this. They've said it for decades. Be wary, be worried, how do they say it? Be careful about meeting your heroes.
Yes.
Because you never know what they're actually like. And right now, this may not be just one of those like fantastical handshake respect matches. Matt Vandagriff's a different person than he was before. And he's here to knock down Kid Bandit.
Well, and as you can see in the ring, these fantastic maneuvers that we're seeing, but both of them seem to be reversing, and Matt catches the kiss, not letting the mind games work on him. As now we get a pin early on.
And that's the best part about this match is that Matt Vandagriff absolutely has done the scouting. He has looked at the matches. Kid Bandit was just at GCW at Effie's Big Game Brunch just recently, getting destroyed by the likes of Hiro. I mean, that dude's like twice as big as Haas. And he's, Bandit's still here to take on the fighter Vandagriff. So Vandagriff's been watching. There's no like surprises in this match for Vandagriff. Absolutely paying attention to his opponent.
Matt Vandagriff, last time he was here was back in January of 2020 and matched with Lucas Riley and Eli Everfly and Douglas James. Now finds himself back here. Said he basically, as he's been traveling the world, wrestling everyone, as we get a pin here.
I called that match, by the way, and that match was bananas. I left that match breathless.
Well, as I was talking to Matt Vandagriff, he said that he's been traveling the world, wrestling everywhere, but he's always kept an eye here on Santino Brothers and been seeing the incredible shows we've been putting on, Return of the King with Brody King, the LA Rumble, and so much more. And he said, you know what? I want to go back to my home, the place where I started. I want to go back after that Santino Brothers gold, because in his heart, he's a wrestler. Wrestlers want to be the champion, and he wants to be the champion of the place that made him.
And maybe that's the reason he's back. I mean, the fact that Matt Vandagriff never got the championship opportunities that he may have wanted. I mean, pound for pound and skill for skill, as far as I'm concerned, back in the day, Matt Vandagriff was absolutely worthy of getting oh my goodness.
Oh, the fake out there by Kid Bandit, showing that they have more tricks up their sleeve than maybe Matt Vandagriff was expecting. But Matt Vandagriff still being able to bounce back and come back strong. Now, right now, Matt Vandagriff is the No Limits champion in FSW. And I can't help but notice that Kid Bandit, they haven't had as much championship opportunities as Matt Vandagriff has. And I wonder if maybe Kid Bandit's thinking to themselves that maybe a win here could put them on that trajectory that gets them there.
It's very possible, but again, there could be a lack of focus. I mean, as much as Kid Bandit could be absolutely reeling from the fact that they lost against B-Boy last show, and still could be tending to their wounds. I mean, did you see the Pero through Kid Bandit through like 8 chairs and a table? And I mean, there still could be lingering back injuries. There still could be pain coming from that previous match. Who knows what kind of fire that Kid Bandit is putting under himself to like make an effort here. But at the end of the day, in my estimation, I don't even know if Kid Bandit's looking for a championship opportunity. Just still in that proving ground stage, still trying to show that he's not just a rookie anymore.
Well, Kid Bandit has been in the ring with so many big names and has gotten so much media attention in such a short period of time. It's easy to forget that Kid Bandit is still relatively new in the pro wrestling world.
It's hard to believe that when you talk about
a huge kick right to the face, and Matt Vandagriff lets the feet sit there on the chin of his opponent.
Just preventing the teeth from falling out. They're going to stay in the mouth, but they're not going to fall all the way out.
Of Matt Vandagriff now calling out to the fans a little bit here. They don't like that he's beating up their favorite. Kid Bandit is a favorite everywhere they go.
Well, right now, Matt Vandagriff has to stay focused. He can't be worried about whether he's going to get, adulations from the fans and, all the praise he needs. He needs to take care of business. That's what we got to do up in this place.
And now it looks like maybe some of the shots earlier on to the midsection of Matt Vandagriff are starting to take their toll. He takes a moment to take a breather, takes a moment to slow down.
Right, being
goes
smart.
for the pin. Now, I don't think Matt Vandagriff thought that was going to get the win. I think he was just trying to send a message to Kid Bandit. Just kind of wake Kid Bandit up a little bit and let you know that at any moment I could go for the pin.
It's testing the waters to see how much resilience Kid Bandit has left in the tank because, it's all planning and strategy. If Matt Vandagriff sees that he's not getting a strong kick out or not feeling that Kid Bandit's like getting out of those pinfalls that quickly, it's time to strike harder. Time to finish it off. But what energy did that? Where did that come from?
That was that strike harder, and so far in this matchup, Matt Vandagriff seems to have Kid Bandit's number, but there's a big Superman punch that slows down and wobbles Vandagriff a little bit. And every time Kid Bandit seems to be getting some momentum, Matt Vandagriff seems to have an answer.
Did you see the neck snap back?
Right to the face.
Wait a minute. Wait. No, not so quick. Not so fast there, Bandit.
Fortune almost favored Kid Bandit there, but just not quite. As both of them now seem to be leveled. Both of them trying to find out what they need to do next, because both of them find themselves flat on the mat.
That's the sign of a semi sort of even matchup. Even though I don't want to give Bandit more credit than Vandagriff, I'm telling you what, they are telegraphing each other's moves. They are feeling each other out. They're actually taking the wind out of each other and themselves to try and win this match. So this is where the reserve tanks come in. This is where you've got to come up with a plan, and this could be veteran versus rookie. Now, that's the playing field that you're looking at right now.
Well, it seems like Matt Vandagriff is the one to get to his feet first, holding his face, but Kid Bandit lining things up, and again, you're seeing, I think this is becoming a big experience leverage here, where Vandagriff seems to have an out for everything.
Oh, what a counter move on that part of Matt Vandagriff. Oh, he's calling it. He's telling people, get out of the way. This is going to be... Oh, no. What is happening here? Oh, this is where Vandagriff is dangerous.
Vandagriff goes to the sky.
Oh, taking out security and Kid Bandit at the same time.
And nobody's safe as Vandagriff goes flying. You mentioned taking out security, taking out the front row, taking out Kid Bandit. All collateral damage as Vandagriff decides it's time to hit some offense.
Now, people watching this at home, people watching this in general, they have to be looking at Bandit. If Bandit wins against Vandagriff, is there going to be opportunities? Oh my God!
Oh my goodness! A springboard 450, and that has to be the end of this one.
Oh my God!
1, 2.
What?
Kid Bandit not giving up yet, kicking out at 2 3/4.
As I was interrupted by Matt Vandagriff's spectacular flying assault, I'm telling you what, again, if Bandit comes away with a win, our other promoters, our other bookers looking at this going, maybe we need to give Bandit the opportunity at FSW, maybe at PCW, maybe at other places. This is an uphill battle for Bandit, but it could be a highly rewarding one.
Oh, we get a roll through under an arm bar, and I can tell you companies from all across the globe watch Santino Brothers looking for the next big star, which is why you should be following Santino Brothers on social media and visiting www.santinobros.net. You too can see the future of wrestling, but Kid Bandit
in the corner.
You don't normally think of Matt Vandagriff as a power guy, but when he's so much bigger than his opponent, he's taking advantage of that as much as he can, it seems.
And again, he's been doing the work. He's been pumping the weights. He's been hitting the gym. But here comes Bandit with a flying reverse 6-1 coming back with a double one. My God.
And that is one of the signature moves of Kid Bandit. But can they take advantage? Can they finally start to get some momentum? It seems like every time Kid Bandit has been able to get some leverage, get some momentum going, Matt Vandagriff has been able to cut it off. Now is the chance for Kid Bandit to finally make that big moment.
Oh my God!
With a top rope Spanish fly.
What?
Count that person out.
And that was a 1 count. Can you believe it? Bandit's still got plenty of energy. I cannot believe this. Oh!
Kid Bandit will not be denied. And it seems like for all the offense that Kid Bandit has taken, Kid Bandit just will not give up.
Well, that's the spirit of a Rookie of the Year. That's the spirit of the fighting.
Slice bread, we got a pin.
Whoa, this could be it. Oh, my goodness.
And a match that was dominated heavily by Matt Vandagriff suddenly finds itself being neck and neck, nose to nose. These two, this is an even playing field at this point.
I mean, look at you can see the anguish on Kid Bandit's face, trying to find the answer, trying to find a way to close out the match on this challenging opponent. I mean, what a fight this has been.
Going for it all, Kid Bandit climbs the ropes as our referee pleads for Bandit to get down, but misses the Phoenix Splash and eats a knee right to the face. Vandagriff goes for the pin.
That
does it.
Here is your winner, Matt Vandagriff.
Unbelievable fighting action. I cannot. Welcome back, Matt Vandagriff, taking out the hot rookie, the buzz of the internet, the growing community around Kid Bandit. The fans are here to be here for him, but welcome back, Matt Vandagriff.
You know, you called it at the top. Sometimes it's best not to meet your heroes, and maybe that's the case with Kid Bandit. But, you know, after the battle with B-Boy, now the battle with Matt Vandagriff, I have a feeling that Kid Bandit is just becoming stronger and better and has such a bright future ahead of them. Matt Vandagriff, though, that future seems to be the present with a great display, a great victory. Said earlier today that he saw Santino brothers cooking and wants a shot at that title. And again, we've been talking about titles all night tonight, but Matt Vandagriff, I have to imagine, may have just staked a claim.
As much as I hate to say it, Cam Gates better keep his eye open and looking over his shoulder, because there seems to be a lot of hot competition that is rising up to the level to try and show people, hey, Cam Gates isn't the only guy in town. Cam Gates isn't the only show here. There are people coming and rising up to be part of that championship scene.
Well, speaking of the show, we get a show of respect here is Matt Vandagriff and Kid Bandit shake hands, hold each other's hands up. That's what you want to see at a Santino Brothers show. This is what you want to see. You want to see two individuals compete, give it their all, and see who comes out on top. This was a great matchup with a great ending.
Well, what a homecoming for Matt Vandagriff. As much as, I mean, again, he's been a powerhouse in the indie wrestling scene for the last few years. He's back home in SoCal. Back here at Santino Brothers.
Look at all the returns we've been seeing recently, whether it be BC Killer, Matt Vandagriff. We got Zokre showing up. We have so many of the greats here. It's a great time to be a fan of Santino Brothers. We keep saying it. Follow Santino Brothers online. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you like in the comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's high time that we crown a new Santino Brothers Heavyweight Championship. What do you think, right? We're crowning a new champion? Are you guys ready for your Santino Brothers Presents Legends Never Die main event? Now, Cudahy, let me hear you. You guys ready for your Legends Never Die main event? Then let's have a main event, shall we?
Halston Body, there's a lot of matches on the show that are great. There's a lot of matches on the show that are big. But we all know that people buy the ticket for the headliner and they buy the ticket to see who could be the next champion. And we are going to see that match and find the answer to that right now.
Cabrera is poised. He is ready. He has had a chip on his shoulder for years. He's a former Santino Brothers heavyweight champion, so he absolutely knows what it takes to be in the big game. And now he's got Damien Arsenic to be with him on his side. This is going to be a spectacular match. I am beyond excited for this one.
It goes to show how deep the roster here is at Santino Brothers, where when we need to find a new champion, how easily you can find two greats to go at it, and how lucky we are to get to be here to call it.
Got a lot of sharks out there trying to take a bite of something. It was hot. A lot of chameleons out there trying to change up. Anytime something new comes along, everybody wants a bite. Don't happen overnight.
So you wanna be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, a big charge.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the rock superstar, Joey Kaos, the man that outlasted 29 other competitors to win the LA Rumble. Now, we've had things happen that changed the game plan, but something that was never in question was whether or not Joey Kaos was going to be in this match for the title. And here he is celebrating with the fans that he's helped build Santino Brothers around.
And don't be fooled, it's an even playing field because manager extraordinaire Jezebel is right by his side. I come from the school of Jezebel. I have studied under the schoolings of Jezebel, so I know she is absolutely a factor in this match.
There will be people on the outside for both parties, but this is something that we talk about. Legends never die. These are two legends that really built Santino Brothers together. These are two people that were really the foundation, and we get to see them do battle for this company's top prize.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the vacant Santino Brothers Heavyweight Championship. Introducing competitor number 1, being accompanied to the ring by Damien Arsenic. From Guatemala City, weighing in at 245 pounds, Latino meat, Cabrera. Introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Jezebel Romo. From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 212 pounds, here's the Rock Superstar, Joey Kaos!
Between you and me, you better not tell these two, and I hope they don't hear this, but I feel that this is an unworthy match for Kaos. Why? Why do you ask that? Because he doesn't deserve to get into that ring with Cabrera for the championship. He had an opportunity against Slice Boogie. That's who his opponent was going to be. If Slice Boogie has got to give up that championship, it should be up for grabs, not just given to the next two or just standing in line waiting for it to happen. Cabrera has the advantage, in my opinion, because he deserves it.
Speaking of deserving it, Joey Kaos, as I mentioned at the top, had to get through, had to survive 29 other people to earn this opportunity through nothing but hard work, through sweat, through blood. Joey Kaos not only earned this opportunity, but he built the opportunity as the leader of Santino Brothers, but brick by brick. Joey Kaos is Santino Brothers, and to see him in the ring against Che Cabrera, another man who's been here from the beginning, this is what legends are made of.
Right, legendary or not, I can give all the legendary props to both the competitors, but I feel it's just disingenuous for the guy who's running Santino Brothers, for the guy who's helping book Santino Brothers, who's part of this whole operation, to be giving himself a shot like this, even if
he's not giving himself anything. He earned it. He had to fight. He had just the same opportunity Che Cabrera did, same opportunity Ray Rosas had, same opportunity that every other person in the Rumble had.
But he could have stepped away and he could have said, hey, even though I earned this shot, the person I really want to fight is Slice Boogie because he was the worthy champion at the time. Now it just seems like he just wants to stick his face into the championship picture just because he's Joey Kaos.
You know what? He could have stepped away. He could have walked away and he could have let someone else be here, but you know what? That's not what having the heart of a champion is about. It's about putting in the work. It's about never giving up. It's about having a passion that'll never die, much like Joey Kaos, because he's a legend, and as the show says, legends never die.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Joey Kaos loses tonight against Che Cabrera, there will be a funeral for his legendary status because Che Cabrera will be able to dance on his grave with that belt in his hand.
Well, there's a long line between that point A and point B, as we still need to wait to see these two really get at it.
Right, there's been more action between Jezebel and Damien Arsenic trying to get their words in, get their power in.
Full Nelson Facebuster drops down, locks up, and Che Cabrera, very easy to talk about how powerful he is. Very easy to talk about how strong he is in his offense, but also been around the block and knows every inch of that ring and always knows just how far away from the ropes he is and how far away from a little spritz.
Hey, there is championship caliber running through the veins of Che Cabrera. I am all about Latino meat. That is power. That is history. He knows Joey Kaos. He knows Superstar Kaos. He knows Jezebel. This isn't some stranger in a strange land situation. They have a long history, and it's about time Che Cabrera knocks a tooth and knocks some history back out of Kaos.
Not going to be able to knock much out if Kaos continues to work that arm the way he is. Kaos so far seems to be in control. He seems to be working his game plan the way he wants to, and Che Cabrera seems to be continually going out to Damien Arsenic, trying to get spritz, trying to maybe slow things down, get some advice. I don't know what other value Damien Arsenic provides other than the water, but seems to not know what to do here with Kaos.
Well, whatever it is, it's clearly got him into the Che Cabrera, into the championship picture once again. He didn't need to go through Ray Rosas. He didn't need to go through all the championship. He just needed to stay on task and be part of the picture now.
See, this is the Kaos that has been forged in the fires of combat. He's not bigger than Che Cabrera, but he was able to knock him down and knock him back, and now he calls to Latino Meat and says, come on. As they lock up again, but we get a knee to the gut from Che Cabrera, and now he's going to work on Joey Kaos, the LA Rumble winner.
There's that power.
But again, all those years that Joey Kaos has put in the ring. Pin!
Oh my gosh, that was
and
too
you know
close.
What? Still smooth like butter after all these years. Joey Kaos able to move in that ring, goes over, gets another pin.
Kick to the mano y mano. I gotta say, both of them have been Santino Brothers heavyweight champions. They both know what it takes to win in this ring. They are very familiar with this territory. This is going to be an unbelievable fight because as as much as I want Che Cabrera to finally get the win. Whoa.
Joey Chaos! He goes for a dive of his own, not letting Eli Everfly and Vandagriff and everyone else have all the fun. Joey Chaos says, if I'm gonna main event, I'm gonna show you how it's done.
Somebody better check on Chaos in his age. He might have broken a hip on that one.
I think at any age you could break a hip on that. We got the two brawling on the outside now, out amongst the fans, out amongst the people. Something about that just seems right as these two fight for the title of being the Santino brothers champion, to have their war waged amongst the very people that helped build this thing together.
And I hate to say it, this is where Chaos excels. He knows how to punish people all over the arenas. I've seen his work at XPW. He knows how to fight anywhere you can take him, and he'll still come up ahead. That's his territory. Streets, bleachers,
and standing up against the wall, the Santino brothers logo emblazoned behind them, fighting to be the champion of this company. You gotta appreciate our referee going a little lax on the rules here so that these two can finish the fight, so we can get a champion here.
But in fairness, Chaos started it, so he's gotta, it's up to Chaos to bring it back to the ring, and here we go.
Head referee Scarlett Donovan has to be happy that they're back in the ring, but Joey Chaos taking to the skies and flying, crushing. Che Cabrera goes for the pin.
This could be it. What is the locker room? Think about this for a second. What is the locker room thinking right now? If they're thinking about championship opportunities, if they're thinking about who they possibly have to climb up to take on, who do they want to go against? Who's going to be carrying that belt? Do they want to take the legend Chaos, the superstar?
We got a pin. We got a pin.
This could be it.
But something about Chaos here is he has been non-stop. He hasn't stopped to breathe. He hasn't stopped to take a rest, and he's been going full speed, this full time. And I think we're starting to see that has maybe worn him down a little bit, and that allowed Che Cabrera to take advantage and drop Joey Chaos onto his back in the middle of the ring, and that is not a place you want to be if you're Joey Chaos.
As I was saying too, though, that's the thing that adds into this. Who's hungry and who wants it more? I feel Che Cabrera has been hungry for years, just hasn't been invited to the table. Now that he's back full tilt boogie at Santino Brothers, making a name for himself, getting those championship opportunities, even against his friend like Ray Rosas, he's got to be wanting this way more than Chaos does.
Well, he's taunting Chaos now, mocking his pose, trying to get under the skin of Chaos and maybe get into the head of Chaos.
Ooh, who's lighting off firecrackers in this arena?
Goodness. Chaos trying to fight back, but not going to win a shot-for-shot battle against someone as big as Che Cabrera. As he gets thrown off the ropes, caught around, and big DDT.
Not enough to take him down, not enough to stop him.
Maybe
they get a pin.
And look, you can see the look on the face of Chaos. Chaos is getting frustrated. Chaos is getting worried. I think you can see that Chaos is thinking to himself, I've hit so much offense. What's it going to take to put down Cabrera? A top rope tornado DDT.
This could be it.
But maybe took too much time. Caught and suplex right into the turnbuckle.
Telegraph that one.
We got a pin.
This could be it. New champion.
Again, you look at the face of Chaos. Look at the face. He's holding the back of his head. I think that maybe that suplex into the turnbuckle did a lot of damage to him.
But look at the face of Che Cabrera. He's hurting. His arm is in pain, and he's still fighting through
What's going on outside? What's going on out here?
What's happening?
What's that water boy doing out there? What's this water boy doing out there? Someone get him out of here. This is the championship, man. We're trying to find a new champion here for the Santino brothers, and you got this bozo out here spraying water on everybody.
It's called the water advantage, the spray advantage from Damian Arsenic, and I'm loving it. Taking a play out of my book. kicking him while he's down.
Back amongst the people, and now it looks like Che Cabrera returning the favor of the chop in the chair and smartly getting Kaos back in the ring. Probably go for a pin.
Crowd is on their feet. They cannot believe what is happening right now. This is a capital F fight.
Kaos showing he still has fight in him, not giving up. The dream is too much to let go. And you got...
Now is the dirty work. Time to play the dirty work. I love it.
I think Che Cabrera is getting just as frustrated knowing that he hasn't been able to put down the Rock superstar, now resorting to things like choking and strangling and illegal maneuvers. I think he knows that Kaos has more fight in him and he's trying to shortcut it every way he can. So we got to roll up.
This could be it. Oh.
Kaos is up, but it's a huge lariat. We get a pin. This is it.
Where is he getting it from? Where is he getting it from? He's been clobbered, punched, kicked, knocked out, slap, chop, thrown everywhere, and he's still pulling it out. I am shocked.
I think it's got to be just instinct. It's got to be instinct.
Legendary resilience is what I think it is. Unfortunately, that's not helping Che Cabrera. Che Cabrera's going to stay on task. I need to push Damian Arsenic out of the way and be like, Che, get on it. Get on it.
And Che Cabrera going for the final here as he locks in that camel clutch. Kaos gets that leg underneath. That's going to take some of the pressure off, but not all of it.
After that neck-wrenching suplex into the corner where it looked like he damaged his neck, this is only adding fire to that flame, I'm telling you.
Right now, Kaos finding a way to get out, but as he would say, it doesn't matter how much it hurts, it doesn't matter how painful it is. If you want to win, no one cares. Work harder. That's the only way he's going to get out of this, as Jezebel holds her hands out and screams to Joey Kaos, trying to keep him alive. As he wiggles his fingers, he tries to get the blood flowing, grabs onto the backs of the legs, and is he going to be able to lift up Che Cabrera?
It's a struggle. It's
Che's
a fight.
fighting it. Che's fighting it.
Trying to keep him on it. Well, wait a minute. Oh, no.
But he's got him up, and and it's an elbow now. Desperation elbows from the Rock superstar. As he goes off to the other turnbuckle and gets a roaring elbow into Che Cabrera. He calls for one more time. This is not a good spot with an Alabama slam that rocked the bowels of everybody in this audience.
Did you ever see a good game of dominoes and somebody slaps that last tile on the table and breaks the table in half? That's what that felt like and looked like.
You could feel the reverberations of that slam throughout this venue. But Joey Kaos will not stop as he screams in defiance at Che Cabrera. The two-man go chop for chop, hit for hit. This is what it means to be a Santino brother. As he's caught. Suplex, but he fights up Kaos to his feet as he catches Che and suplexes Che Cabrera, screaming out to the fans. Both men get to their feet. And if it's pro wrestling that makes your heart beat every single day, then you may be someone who can get in this ring like these two people.
Oh my gosh, this is I can't even. I'm just almost out of breath watching the offense here.
And a Death Valley driver, but Che Cabrera will not be denied tonight when the title is on the line. Kick to the midsection.
Is he
gonna sets him up.
Is he gonna have enough to do it? Oh my God!
And a vicious powerbomb.
What?
Alabama slam, powerbomb, suplex. How much more can the Rock superstar take?
How much more can I take? This is insane. Good lordy.
The fans start to clap to give their support to these two wrestlers as Che Cabrera looks to go for it again. Reversal kick. Chaos goes up and hits a bomb of his own, but unable to take advantage. Too much damage has been done, and both men find themselves out.
Somebody called a funeral party. There are 2 dead bodies in the middle of this ring right now.
Oh, I would disagree. There's no one dead in that ring. As we say, these 2 men are more than wrestlers. These 2 men are more than champions. These 2 men tonight are proving themselves to be legends. And as the title of the show says, legends never die.
Well, somebody better call the mortician, because at the end of this match, I feel like somebody's going to end up in a casket or a funeral home, because these 2 are so incensed to beat each other and take each other out. It's to the death.
This could be it. They're at 9. If they don't get up,
they won't make it to night of the death match because one of them will be dead. Good God.
And Joey Chaos barely able to meet that count. I think Scarlett Donovan using a little bit of discretion there.
Looks on their faces, they look like they have just been through.
Oh my God, he's got Cabrera up on his shoulders, off the ropes. Big boot to the face.
Oh my God, could this be it? Is Chaos gonna win his own belt? The one that he designed, the one he probably paid for Santino Brothers?
Open over reverse.
Oh, what?
Big power slam drops down Cabrera. And if the fans were ever going to make some noise for Joey Chaos, they better start doing it now, as the Rock superstar looks to climb to the highest heights and take the riskiest of maneuvers with everything on the line to become the Santino Brothers champion.
Bombs away! Oh my God! That leg drop!
He hits it! Goes for the pin!
Smart move on the part of Damien Arsenic, preventing that from a...
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Oh, and Jezebel, she looks ready to fight. She looks ready to scrap. She is done with Damien Arsenic.
The hair is being pulled up. She is ready for a fight. It's on. Oh no. What is this? What? Spear.
She hits Damien Arsenic, and now we've got a cat fight.
Oh my gosh. Somebody better pull them 2 apart. Somebody get security. Jezebel's going to claw his eyes out.
If I'm security, I'm not getting anywhere near Jezebel. She looks way too dangerous.
The boots are off, the earrings came off, the jewelry came off, and the hair went up. Game on, and she is not taking any of it. Damien's on the floor. Can you believe this?
The water boy has been taken out of the equation, and now it's down to 2 potential champions. As we get a Hurricane Rana takes down Cabrera up to the top rope. We've got another Hurricane Rana to Cabrera.
How much more can he take of this?
Oh, but caught.
Oh, Lordy!
A chop that echoes up. Bounces, catches him. What a neck breaker from the Rock superstar.
What is it going to be? Here
we
comes the new champion. No.
Not enough to put him away, but let me tell you something. Joey Chaos is showing us that age ain't nothing but a number, because he is pulling out all the stops.
How much does he have left, though? What is it going to take? It's anyone's match at this point. Except maybe Damien Arsenic. He's still reeling from that cat fight.
Listen to the people, the Santino Brothers faithful, as they stomp their feet. They clap their hands for these 2 warriors. We get a duck. We get up. Is it going to be a Hurricane Rana caught? No! Pile driver! Pile driver! We get the pin!
New champion! Here we go! There it is!
New champion!
Wow!
Here is your winner and new Santino Brothers Heavyweight Champion, Cabrera!
Halston body, what we just saw. Joey Chaos goes for the Hurricane Rana. And of course, Che Cabrera reverses it into a pile driver and a poetic moment, Halston Body. That is the exact maneuver Joey Kaos did to his mentor Dynamite D back in XPW for something that may have just come full circle.
Oh my goodness, congrats. Hey, start putting your hands together for Latino meat. Feeling the championship vibe, drinking beers in the ring. The celebration is on. Jezebel is reeling right now.
Listen.
Let's hear it for the new champion, Che Cabrera.
You can't take anything away from Che Cabrera. It was a hard-hitting match. It was a rough and tumble match. They battled through the stands. They battled through the bleachers. They battled in the ring. And we have a new Santino Brothers champion, Che Cabrera.
Woo! I am wiping the sweat from my brow because that was a long road that Che Cabrera had to take. Whoa, 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 whoa!
The action isn't over in the ring here. Kaos takes the championship belt.
Contemplating what? Oh, a show of respect.
And that's what you want to see.
Chaos.
That's what you want to see. After the LA Rumble, after so many belts destroyed, after trophies destroyed,
Friendships
showmanship
destroyed. Let me tell you.
Everything destroyed, but a sign of respect. The better man won tonight. I don't know what this means for Joey Kaos going forward, but for now, the future and the present is Che Cabrera, Santino Brothers champion.
The future is Latino meat. The friends are in the ring. Damian Arsic.
Now, once again, let me be one of the first to congratulate the new champion, Che Cabrera. No, there's a long history line of champions here at Santino, but a very short list of people that have held that 2 times, and you are on that list. How do you feel about that, Jay?
Tell him, D.A. Well, first of all, I'm glad to see you, Pinky. I couldn't think of a better person to come out here and do this interview except for you. I love you. I love you, Pinky. I love you. Anyway, now on to the most important thing. Don't worry, Pinky. You can have a seat. Take a step back. You see, I told you earlier when I came out here that Che will be walking out with this World Heavyweight Championship. And what do you know? Who do you think won the punny? Now, you see, earlier, a man came out here and declared himself the people's champion. A man came out here and said that he should have been inside this title match. Well, Ray Rosas, get your ass out here right now.
Calling him out. What is this?
Why can't we end the show with a nice peaceful handshake? Why can't we be friends?
Why don't you go in the ring and ask Jimmy yourself? Go ahead.
I don't want to get my suit wet.
I'll keep your seat warm. Just go ahead. You might get a little mist, a little refreshment from
the people's champion, Ray Rosas. He didn't hesitate to come out when they spoke his name.
No, don't worry. We're not gonna do anything to you. You have my word, and I'm a man of my word. Because there's a reason why we're not gonna do anything to you right now. You see, on October 22nd, we have another show here called Night of the Human Deathmatch. And I couldn't think of a better way to end your career by formally challenging you to compete against Che for this heavyweight championship at the Night of the Human Deathmatch, where he will put you out of your misery and put you to sleep, Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
Oh. Who wants Pinky over here? What's this about?
I'm glad Pinky's here. Because the last time that I competed at an event called the Night of the Human Deathmatch, it was against Pinky Santino, where we competed in a match where we nearly killed each other. That's why he has my respect. That's why he has my love. That's why he will always be my brother, because at the end of that night, we did it for the business, we did it for Santino Bros, and we did it for each other. Just like how we used to do it, guys. All of us together, for each other. But you guys are clearly out for yourselves. Me, I do it for them.
That's right.
And I said, whoever won, whether it was Joey or whether it was Che, I'm coming after that belt. And in the night of the human death match, Che, it'll be you and I, and not just any regular old title match. Heck, it'll be for the namesake of the show. It'll be a night of the human death match. It'll be you and I in a death match.
Whoa!
Wow.
And since I'm the people's champion, fans bring the weapons.
What? Have you seen this crowd? That's incredibly dangerous.
So every piece of equipment that I hit you with, everything that I bring across your face is going to be directly from the people that support me, the people that I fight for, Che. You're going to feel every ounce of pain that these people are going to give you. I'll see you then.
Well, the celebration seems to be very short, as already the new champion is looking forward to the next challenger, and what a challenge that sounds like it is.
One small detail, unfortunately, Che hasn't accepted that match. He can say no. He still has that chance to renegotiate, figure it out, but I'm not worried about it. I feel like he's going to take on that challenge. He's been in worse spots. He's been in harder spots, and definitely scarier places than a death match.
What an incredible show we just witnessed here. I mean, listen, Joey Kaos comes up short in his bid, but this is what the show is about. Whether or not he won or lost will live in our hearts forever, and that's what it means when we say legends never die.
Legends never die, but we have a legend that is now the Santino Brothers champion. All props to Che Cabrera for becoming the new Santino Brothers champion.
It is the era of Che Cabrera, and he looks to defend that title in 1 month's time, October 22nd. We will be coming to you live for Night of the Human Death Match, where he will put that title on the line against Ray Rosas in a death match where fans can bring the weapons. You're going to want to be there.
Get your tickets now at SantinoBrothers.net when they become available, and make sure to watch this show on YouTube. If you're watching at home, thank you for being part of the show, but not for him.
Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part is. For Santino Brothers, my name's Jack Farmer. He's Halston Body. Thank you for watching Night of the Living Legends Never Die, and we'll see you October 22nd for Night of the Living Death Match. We're done.